And we are live with a new mic that works. So I won't be missing the show
It's
anymore.
kind of a
The
big
last,
deal.
kind of a big deal. Kind of need that. The last word with Lord Cognito and Ebontis has returned. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing good, doing good. Glad I can actually hear you, not sounding like you're talking through weird connections, man.
Yeah, man, it was real spooky, man. And I heard because like we were trying to get up early. We had a whole thing. You had a plan that you had to leave early. So we like, yo, we'll start a little earlier. I'll get going. I was all ready to go, and then drivers and bad chords and randomness.
Oh
And I'm
man.
like, oh man, it was good to be back, man. Good to be back at the campfire. Boy, do we have a
Oh my god.
lot to discuss.
Yeah, your mic going out. I mean, I had to be out of town, so we didn't have a big window to do it. But we were like, hey, I
Mm-hmm.
was up at like 6 o'clock in the morning. People are like, oh my
Mm-hmm.
god, what are you doing up this early? We tried to
Mm-hmm.
get it in, and the mic goes out because man, the day before they just started just rolling info out, just starting
Mm-hmm.
craziness. So without
Mm-hmm.
too much introduction, besides the fact I
Mm-hmm.
did finish my Majestic set last night, so first one is done. I was out of town, and now they're
Ooh.
gonna change it. But I was
Wait,
like,
wait, you masterwork?
I said Majestic, not
Oh,
Masterwork.
Majestic. Okay, okay, okay.
No, I wanted to get the Majestic done before next week because Shattered
Okay.
Throne is this week. So I
Mm-hmm.
figure if I'll do one of those, that's the one I'll probably do.
Mm-hmm.
Make for a good stream or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, got some thoughts about there. Just put a video up about that one.
Mm-hmm.
Also want to make sure the stream is not going crazy right now.
Yeah, streams trying to catch up.
Hold on, just a
Looks
sec.
like,
Yeah,
sorta, kinda.
seems good. Sometimes just has occasional moments. So,
Yeah.
all right.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we got a whole bunch of info dropping last week. This was on the first right before I left, and we had technical difficulties. But we're gonna go through kind of things in chronological order from last week, through what we got info this week, and TWAB, and what's been dropping. So, first thing, kind of want to get your thoughts. I know other people have put their thoughts about it out there, but we're just a little
Let's
late to
get
the
to it.
party.
Let's
Shadowkeep
get to
coming
it.
out on October 1st instead of the 17th. Kind of
Oh.
want to get your tinfoil thoughts, your opinions, and if you
Mm-hmm.
care, don't care, and why you think it happened, and what do you think they might be working on in that interim. So I'm going to drop it to you first, sir.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that was the juicy one from last week, man. A little surprised because it was a first. We're not used to delays, so to speak. Usually in that September window, but I loved it, man. I'll be honest. First thing that came to mind was you, because I was like, okay, I know what he said. Like just let take their time, and I'm with you. I'm literally with you. Like it's literally 2 weeks. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it's 2 weeks that's needed. And then we all know, again, because of Borderlands, Monster Hunter, Gears, September's crowded. Not that Destiny was scared of anybody, just for the record, you have to put this out there because I've been seeing some Reddit that I don't know if it was Dizzy or Slow. Look at Slow Mo. See, Slow Mo start with me already. You see, look at him starting trouble. But here's the thing. Not that anybody was scared because we did put the gauntlet out first that we were going to drop in that week and really antagonize some situations. And trust me, with Cross Save, I was very confident. But the reality is, look, a lot of people want to play Borderlands. We was out there at a Guardian Con, and you know, huge presence. A lot of Destiny fans are Borderlands fans. They want to play it. So let us rock out. We'll get a chance to rock out a little bit. But ultimately, I just think it just needed just a little bit more time. And I'm completely fine with it. Even if they would have said mid-October, late October, I would have been fine with it. Because the biggest thing, in my opinion, is cross save getting bumped up. And they said that last week. I said, "Ooh,
We
nice."
just lost you for a sec there when you said that.
Oh, okay, we're back. I said that's the blow was softened when we got cross play. I mean, cross save bumped up.
Yep.
That to me is the thing. That's the deal. So for me, no issues at all. Where do you stand on your first initial reaction when you heard it?
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, for me, it just opens up September. I mean, whether the reasons behind it or not,
Mm-hmm.
just a gamer in general, as we joked about September before having complete and total insanity. Monster
Mm-hmm.
Hunter World Borderlands 3, which actually now I have a chance to try,
Mm-hmm.
which I'm kind of excited about. Because
Yes.
honestly, I wasn't going to jump in because I was like, 4 days for a brand new series for me, because I haven't played the other two, wasn't going to be enough time. And then we're going to be deep in this one. Code Vein comes out. And so, I mean, Link's Awakening,
Oh, yeah.
whatever you want. There's a lot of stuff in there. If you want to dabble in something else before you get into your Destiny grind, now you get time to mess with one or two of those for at least a little while, which is cool. Now, some things people have been saying, it's like you've got some of the Destiny community that they started doing Borderlands, Gathalion, Broman, stuff like that. I mean, honestly, for some of them, it's like some people had joked around saying it's like, Bungie, I have this like contract with Borderlands that I need to play this thing for like 3 or 4 or 5 days. You're kind of messing with my time here. It's like I'm wondering if honestly, I don't think they were scared of Borderlands. Now, is it smart to move? I think it's good for both properties because
Yes.
as both properties have some similar player bases, some similar streamers, you're going to get a good push for one. 2 weeks in the internet is like an eternity, and then you get a good push for the other one. So the spacing, I think, is going to be a good thing for all of those reasons, whether streamers actually get a little more time to satisfy their obligations, whether there's less pressure, and all those pieces. And honestly, it's also just proof that they can decide to release things when they want to. If they need to delay things a couple weeks, it's their choice. And I think that's the other thing that I was like, I loved it. I was like, it's their choice to say, is it 2 weeks? Now, for me, in my head, I go,
let's go.
All right, 2 weeks. How much are you actually going to get done in 2 weeks? No.
Shocked.
No, this is where the tinfoil hat comes on. I don't
Bring
care
it
if it's
down,
like,
bring it
I don't
down.
care if it's like 2 months, 1 month, but 2 weeks is a max of one sprint. One.
Oh my god. Okay, let me hear it.
No, but it's like I wonder, like, okay, so one of the things that I know they probably want more time for is cross save. They want to give that a solid month instead of like a couple weeks to make sure that's completely smooth, because New Light has to hit the ground perfect, as good as it can.
Yeah,
So a couple more weeks for that is really good. But the other side of things is like, how much do you really, really get done in 2 weeks? Because you're not going to implement a new system, change any. There's nothing major happening in these 2 weeks. I can promise you. This is polish.
This is developer
testing.
E talking. Is this developer? Let me.
I would wager.
Break this down. All these meetings with Pinot and
No.
Developer E has spoken. Nothing
My
can be done in 2
assumption
weeks.
would be this is only going to fill testing, balancing, and just a
Okay.
little bit of QA time. There is no
Fair
major
enough.
system you're going to implement in the last 2 weeks. And if they wanted another system, it would be later. That is my hunch.
I'm gonna roll with you on that. I'm gonna normally I would fight, but I'm gonna roll with you with that. So give me the tinfoil then. So being that you feel that nothing substantial can happen in 2, why the need to push? Why not just keep the cadence like they normally do?
So they will never say it.
Oh, we getting some. Oh, this is inside scoop E right here. Yeah, this is inside. He being coy. This is inside scoop. Go ahead.
No, honestly, they'll never say it because it's not in their place. But I think whether they want to just like distance themselves from Borderlands 3, whether they want to remove, I don't think it's 100%. But I would say somewhere in the realm of like, I would say somewhere in the realm of 40 to 50. No, it's not fear. I think it's smarter for both, and I think it's somebody there saying 2 week spacing. It's like Borderlands is big. We're going to be big. We have New Light. We have Stadia. We have all that stuff. But if you smash it 4 days together with the raid race, with them getting into in-game, both things competing, I think they took the smarter, independent decision to say, hey, let's give ourselves some space.
So you really feel this is more of a
I'm saying about half. I'm saying about half.
Influence decision.
I'm saying I would say it's about half, and then it's half of them saying, let's get a full month under our belt with cross save. Let's get one more cycle of testing. Let's get one more sequence of like one last little patch. Like, let's give ourselves that little bit bigger window where we don't get too close to Call of Duty, which is still, it's Call of Duty, but we can distance ourselves into a different month. I think it's a combination of all those things.
Yeah.
But I don't think any of those things can be discounted and be like, no, it's not Borderlands. I'm like, there's no way they look at that date and they're like, no, we don't care about them. I'm like, no, because people move out of the way from Red Dead, and this is the first thing in 7 years for Borderlands, and it's not going to be small. So
No, correct.
I don't.
I have to counterpoint.
Go nuts.
I will
Mine's
say,
pure speculation, guys. I have no
like,
no freaking clue.
listen, nothing you're saying is really incorrect. We're all speculating. We don't know, right? But I think the only reason why I tend to believe they hit a kind of a snag somewhat is because, let's be real, when we first heard the announcement and we were like September 17th, because I was convinced. Remember, I was the one running scared. I was like, do not drop next to Borderlands. Stay away. I was like, I tucked my tail between my legs. I said, yo, no ego involved. Keep moving your release date. So when they came out the gate and they said, boom, 17th, boom, cross save. I said, oh. And then again, with the cross save at the time being announced at that launch date, the initial launch date, I'm like, I don't care what Borderlands is doing. They can't survive that. And remember the public swell. Like, people were hype at that announcement. Like, people were like, hey, just got a couple days of Borderlands, then we're gonna we're gonna do what we gotta do. So it's interesting. I mean, it's very interesting to me, what happened. It could be a very well thing, like you said, internally. Maybe the PR said, look, man, this ain't really the smartest thing. Also, Luke maybe get back, say, hey, we still got to play test. It's a couple of kinks. Or maybe they say, hey, you know what? Because of everything involved with cross save, let's move it away from that. Let's get everybody acclimated and then release it. So who knows? But it is interesting. This is I would love to be the fly on the wall and just like,
yeah, it's like, I mean, I think the big thing is you can't make it one single factor. There's a lot of factors that go into all of this, and that's the biggest piece is there's no one single thing making this decision. They're like, okay, we are still a game publisher of our own now. We do know there's a big, behemoth coming out pretty close. We may need a little bit more time. Cross save is going to be a bit like all those little things. They're their thing. So
hold on. We got a major player in the chat right now. Shout out to the Dude 79, man. That's my guy. He said, I actually love Borderlands despite Randy Pitchford. But once Shadowkeep drops, Borderlands 3 will be on the shelf. You can say in the bushes. It's fine. You can say it's in the bushes.
On the shelf. I like that. I like the shelf. The shelf is a little higher brow. Gotta get up there. And the bush is just like it's over there in the dirt. Be like, no, it's all right. It's going over there in the shelf, just over there. So.
Salute to the dude, man. That's my guy.
Welcome everybody, and thank you guys for tuning in live. If you aren't catching this live, we are live on twitch.tv/Ubuntis. You guys know about the archives and the audio and stuff like that. It's out there on every place you can look this thing up. But catching it live is always fun. So thank you guys for tuning in. This wasn't the only announcement we got that day, so we know about the delay. They wanted a little more time. Cool. All right, what else is happening? Well, the raid.
Woo!
So, Garden of Salvation is the name. So, before I touch the dates, I want to know what your thoughts on the name are, because we're going back into the Black Garden, which was like this beating weird mass of Vex badness. And now we're going back into the Garden of Salvation with a much more positive spin. So I was curious what you thought about just the name alone.
I love these things when they kind of, we just get a name snippet, right? It's so cool. Well, clearly Black Guardian, y'all. Clearly, I'm still feeling Vex, or something to that effect. But I don't know, man. Like, again, it's so, because last time, even when I was trying to put together Crown of Sorrows, I couldn't even. Get that one together. Like they're very good at cryptic names. Yeah. Where it's still, you get a little piece, but you still gotta put it together. I literally do not know. Like, this is one I am stumped. I do not know. We had Queen on and we kind of revisited this topic before, and it just seems that it's definitely going to spin a different direction. It's definitely almost like I'm getting a Forsaken vibe, where, remember, when we played Forsaken, it was all about barons, avenge Cade. And then the beauty that was the Dreaming City came. So I don't know if we're going to get something on that level, because they're saying it's not as big as it's going to be Rise of Iron level. But I do sense a thematic change post Eris, post whatever the nightmares basically are. Yeah, post campaign. Yeah, something's going to happen. That's the vibe I'm going with. But what are you going with?
No, I mean, kind of the same. You got Garden of Salvation. I don't know if it's like, Salvation, I don't know. I mean, we're dealing with, supposedly, you got nightmares and phantasms and all this stuff in the campaign with Eris, and we're going to face, versions of Crota and Gaul and things we've seen before. So the thing is, like, what did we awaken? And then what are we are they actually going to connect the campaign to this raid boss that is through this Vex portal, like sending out these phantasms, or from the Black Garden creating? I don't know. I mean, it's like there's a whole lot of weird speculation. But the name's interesting. I always kind of like the names, but Salvation gives it like, I mean, salvation, you're asking for salvation for, is this Eris's salvation? Are we saving her from something? Like, I don't know. So it could be interesting, but I'm hoping at least one way or the other, interesting, crazy, whatever, connect it to the campaign. That's all I ask. Because you said, I don't know if this is going to be like, Tangled Shore to Dreaming City, but if it's, Moon into the Garden of Salvation raid, some connection, we go through a portal to get, I don't know, but I'd like to see it connected. That would be cool.
Shout out to Scream. He said, theory, the Vex were guarding the Black Garden. Oh boy, he's in his bag right now.
Yep, Scream is got the tinfoil hat real high.
He's got it high.
But the other piece is your date. This is October 5th on a Saturday. Contest will be active. First weekend raid race. What do you think?
Love it, man. Give us some damn time. Give us some damn time to enjoy. Sometimes, much as we love the new content and stuff like that, you come speedball through it. And the vibe I'm getting now is, now that they've done that new World's First rules, there will be still some. Yeah, there will still be something in place. I don't think people are going to be like, yeah, Saturday now I could be max light and whatever if I grind crazy.
No, they said contest will be there. So
yeah, so definitely contest going to be there. Cannot wait to see, what's going on with that. But I like having a couple days. I don't mind. I think actually Saturday, it's kind of cool. You get more people in. You get more of a demographic that is actually home, you know what I'm saying, and can play the game and try to enter. You get a bigger turnout. So I love it. I'm not necessarily the biggest fan, because let's be real, like, unless you got a weird job where you just take off like work like a psychopath like me, whenever a huge DLC of Destiny drop, I am not, no shame. My boss knows I'm sick. I'm sick.
I'm just not available. That's the key. So
I had to take the king sickness. I had to forsake sickness. Every major September, I come down with something. So yeah, man.
Excuse me. Oh god, it's September again.
Bro, you know what it is. The dude know what's up, man. Listen, I guess it's just the allergies, man. Something goes on around that time.
It's weird.
Anyway,
I like drank too much Vex milk last night. I'm sorry.
Facts. So it's like, I think Saturday is a good day, man. I like it. I like it a lot, and I'm pumped, man. What about you? What do you think? Are you like this?
I mean, I'm with you. It's like Halo Bear said it well. It's like it definitely gives people more chance to get in there. And the 24-hour run, if you're going for that, it's on a weekend. So it's not like, hey, 24 hours, or if I do take Tuesday, you got 6 hours of grinding. They got 24 hours through Wednesday, 2 days off in the middle of the week. It's like, no, it can be a Saturday, it can be a Sunday, then you can be a zombie, sleep, and still go to work the next day and kind of have and make it. But if you want to put that 24-hour grind in, then you actually can. Now the question is, do you think they'll just start at reset, like start at 10 o'clock Pacific, like their usual reset time? Is that just when you think it'll go live?
Yeah.
Think they would go earlier?
I think they'll stay consistent with reset. That seems to be their MO. I can't see them breaking that. But yeah, we still got a couple days to play out the content, enjoy, and then, man, cannot wait, bro. It's gonna be sick.
So the other piece, I guess, would think, do you think this is telling of the size of content? Because Forsaken was 10 days.
Yeah.
I mean, instead of 3, they're doing it a weekend for 4. But it's not that full week to level and experience Tangled Shore and the Dreaming City and Ascendant challenges and all these things. It's 4 days, and then we get into the raid. Do you think the scale of content that we're going to get is reflected in that time scale?
Good question. To an extent, I would agree with you. I would say, if it was Forsaken levels, they probably realized it would probably be no way for us to. I think they have a good gauge of understanding our grind. Yeah. They know our levels. And again, they were very transparent. Remember, y'all, this is still season pass content technically, but this is a Rise of Iron bite-sized chunk in the first go with Season of the Undying. So, yeah, I think I'm expecting Rise of Iron levels. I mean, I remember us kind of getting there pretty fast, like maybe on a Friday, maybe Wrath the Machine and all that stuff. I'm gonna say Rise of Iron dropped on a Tuesday like we would normally do, and then I believe a raid was like a Friday. I'm pretty confident that's what it was. I remember attempting Worlds first.
It's probably
And
about there. Makes sense.
yeah, this is kind of the same deal. So I'm thinking a little bigger than Rise Machine, right around Rise of Iron. But definitely, I don't see. I'll be shocked, but I don't think it'll be Forsaken size. Forsaken was a lot of content.
Oh yeah, it's been huge.
Yeah, man.
Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
So
look at Tron. Sorry, I had to salute him. I never seen him.
No, you're good. And shout out to everybody in chat. I just got like a couple more follows on, so thank you guys all for tuning in. So welcome. Glad to have you guys part of the Last Word.
That's right, man. Get by the campfire. We got a lot to talk about. It's warm in here, man.
They extended a couple other things about the dates, but we have a roadmap, so we will jump ahead to that. So last week we got This Week at Bungie, which dropped after all that insanity. It was pretty much just insanity for the full day or so. One of the things, how's your spacesuit wallpaper looking?
Yeah, it's looking nice. Got it up. I don't like the Warlock, but I got everything else going right.
My dummy Titan out here at least looks like he's coming with that space helmet. So I like my helmet. I like the look on it.
Theory. Let me show. I gotta shut up because I'm forget.
Tychonaut's coming back.
You know it. Tychonaut's coming, bro. It fits thematically. You got the whole moon thing going. And what was the property? It made any rocket a tracking rocket, right?
Yeah.
Tychonaut's coming back. There's no doubt. That fits perfect with it. There's no doubt. But yeah, shout out to the Warlocks with the Party City level of masks going on right here.
Oh my God.
What they do to my people, man. What they do.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you just didn't get called out in a PC video, so you can enjoy your little mask and not be like the dumb class of the three. Come on now. Come on now. That was rough.
Right, I get it. It was rough. I've never seen them attack Titans in that manner. It was fun. It was needed, but I never seen it blatantly on a commercial. That was funny. But this is an atrocity. Do you see this? Whose man is it? Who is running with
what
this
if it's
Warlock?
like, I mean, come on, you're a shaman now. That's that Warlock. That's your look. You got that,
This is Party City ramen. This is shaman. This is some put together. Remember, you get the old mask with the little string in the back. This is that. Let me get started. But shout out to the Titans and the Hunters, looking real cool on the moon, thematically.
We get a moment apparently. So. But yes, so we got some nice wallpapers, so go check them out if you want them. But the big thing is, as with the delay, as it got pushed into October 1st, they did want to update the calendar for the Season of Opulence. So we've got Solstice of Heroes still through only the 27th. So if you're working on your armor, that has not changed. You can only earn your armor and get it through the 27th. So if you want all three, the grind is still the same time, which I wish they would have changed, but sad they didn't, because it'd be nice just to have more time. There's no reason not to.
Yeah, true that.
But they wanted to slap on, we've got another Iron Banner. We've got a update, which we'll talk about in a second. We've got Moments of Triumph, Infamy Boost, Iron Banner, Mayhem, Valor Boost, Infamy Boost. They're just like, all right, last extra bonus weeks, just boost, play, crazy, all the stuff, flow. So that's mostly what that update, what that changed. So it's just like, if you're working on, your Infamy Boost, you got a couple of those. If you're working on Valor Boost, everyone's going to be with Iron Banner and then Valor Boost as well. So if you're looking for resets.
I need that infamous boost bad. Let me real quick. I got gas and I thought I was close to delirium.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yo. So while I'm doing the Solstice grind for 10 Gambit matches and all that, I looked at my Triumph and I'm like, yo, I'm getting there. And all that's left is the reset. So I got there and it reset. So I'm like, yeah, what's up? And I'm like, how come it didn't give me the challenge? So I'm sitting there and I'm like, all right, let me research right quick. I didn't realize I had to do it again.
Oh, man.
So I got, my heart was devastated. I thought I was all ready for 21% delirium in my whole thing.
So you reset it once?
Just once, bro.
I thought that's all you had to do.
Nope.
Huh.
I reset it, and it was like, yeah, thanks. They're still there. Get going again, and then you get the mysterious package.
That's weird. I don't know,
bro. Unless it's a glitch with mine. I've reset my infamy, and I have not gotten the thing, and he has not given me. You know how you pick the mysterious package? It still says you need to reset it, and I went over it to hover it to see if it's like Crucible, where you press reset ranking. So when I read online, it looks like it is a second reset that officially gives it to you. But
Weird.
Yeah, weird. Hopefully,
Well, you got some times coming up, so that's kind of the idea. Moments of triumph, you are looking for those for your shirt, for your MMXIX title. All those things are, they are coming. And you get a little more time. That's through the 17th. So Moments of Triumph is extended through the 17th. So that's a little bit more time there. But the big thing is the little patch we got coming on September 3rd. Moments are extended. So I'm going to hit these and then we'll kind of touch on them, but I'm just going to say them all first. Gambit Prime and Reckoning weapon reward rates will be highly increased. Reckoning difficulty will be tuned. Braytech schematics no longer have a daily lockout. Mountaintop and Wendigo Pinnacle Quest will become more accessible. And then as the season comes to a close, Menagerie chests will become more rewarding as Callus sees fit. Like, there's a lot to unpack in like 5 lines. They're just like trying to blow straight through. I'm like, whoa, hold on, pull it back. First, Gambit Prime and Reckoning weapon reward rates. Try and say that 3 times fast, by the way, because that's a tongue twister and a half. Gambit Prime and Reckoning weapon reward rates will be highly increased. They will also have bad luck protection to guarantee a drop after a set amount of runs. Thoughts?
I likes.
Pairing that with Reckoning difficulty to be tuned to be more welcoming as you hunt for your rewards. Like, I mean, I'm glad we're getting it for Shadowkeep.
Right.
About 5 months too late.
Yeah, very, very late. I mean, at this point.
I was like, I mean, that's one of those things people will grind for, but seriously, it's kind of come a little late. That Season of the Drifter, it's a little nudge. It's like, oh, Black Armor, you want the bounties all the time? Okay, you can have them all the time. Oh, this mode we created? Yeah, that's a little better now. Like, I'm sure this is where it's like, I don't know the priorities and testing and things like that. And this is where we'll get into when it comes a little bit lower. I guess I'll kind of bring it up then. The Braytech schematics, for those who are going for the Wayfarer title, this will help you a lot because this sucked because I got it. But it's basically, that's one of the harder grinds. Like, yeah, you have to do Escalation Protocol 5 times to get your full set, but it's these weapons that you do your daily grind of. You got to get the stems, you got to create it, you got to go drive one place, and then if you open it, it doesn't have it in there, and you get your weapon of like the day, you can't keep grinding it. You can go get all the stems you want by doing public events and patrols and stuff like that, but you only get one weapon of like the Mars weapons. And it took me like 10 days in a row of doing it for me to get like the one I needed. So it's definitely a good thing. I don't know why it took so long, but I'm glad it's in there too. But this is the big one, and this is kind of a topic for sure. I did a whole video about my thoughts on this.
Let's get it. Let's get it. I know this is a big. You have a lot of thoughts on this, because we'll get to
Mountaintop and Wendigo GL3 Pinnacle quests will become more accessible. Specific quest objectives will be tuned based on player feedback. So that's a thing. How much of these have you done? Either.
After that one time of us running together and I was watching you and I seen this man, your dedication to that quest, God bless you. Like, I seen this man stop what he was doing, break off and chill at the campfire of the heavy ammo.
Oh, I was bad.
Yeah, every 2 minutes, whatever the time it was, he broke camp and he stood right there. He made sure.
All right, guys, we're in formation. We're going to be going heavies up. Oh, excuse me. Never mind. I'll be back.
All you heard was heavies up.
I was like, you see bold. Okay, everybody work. We're going for point A and point B. Never mind. Heavies up. I'll be back later. See you guys.
Bro, I give you credit, man. I give you credit. Like, and I sat there, and first of all, shout out to you though, in your defense, not just clowning, but like your whole skill with the breach to one shot joint, A+. Like, I just don't have that level of patience and
if you now, and this is where I'll let you go, but yeah, no, I'm not trying to interrupt. You go. Yeah,
I seen you out there fighting lion, and and I'm like, all right, and see me, I'm such a competitive player. I'm not saying I'm the best, definitely average to above average, but it just breaks my whole thought process and my game style from a winning game style to stop what I'm doing to do that. And I'm just like, I know you're going to touch it because you made a great tweet recently. I saw your tweet about this quest and it was fantastic. And I won't steal your thunder with that. I'll let you say that. but it's just one of them things, man, where it doesn't make you a better. It doesn't show a skill, right? In I shouldn't say skill. That's wrong. To me, it just the play style needed to get that pinnacle weapon is not something I consider some type of behavior that is in the mix of competitive play. It's just something different, you know what I'm saying? And it goes against me as a PvP player to try to play that style. You know what I'm saying? Especially, what is it, the last part? The double, what is it, double kill?
You got the double kills and you got the medals. Yeah.
And the medals, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I at one point it hurt my heart because I really want this weapon. Like, I really want this weapon.
Now, there's an alternative before I even get to like my thoughts on it. You can just put play of the game or something like that, a grenade launcher, and just slowly grind it out that way.
Right. That's literally what I'm doing. I'm doing it in the form of natural play. Like, again, not knocking anyone who did the triple grenade setup or whatever, not knocking anybody with the reset up. It's just, it's more of a pay. And it's luck of the draw. Like, come on. Two guys got to get clumped up all the time. Right. Then the way grenade rock, unless you're running the spike grenade joint or, it's a lot of variables, bro. And it's tough. It could be tough, man. So salute to you, first of all, for doing it. Like, I don't even know if I'm ever gonna get that done. Yes, but the question I'm gonna bring it back to you. Now that you see this and you grind it the way they initially intended, right? So my question to you is, now that you see this, does this bring shades of Redrix? Remember when Redrix was acclaimed naturally, and the hardcore PvP community was pissed. They were like, "Oh, even though it's a long quest, you made it easy. The world get it." Like, do you feel it's a mistake for them to do it? No. Like, give me your thoughts. You are the owner of the mountaintop. Let's
go. No, anybody who goes through this absolutely will agree that it needs adjusted. I don't think there's anybody who made it through this grind who did it naturally like you're going to do with play of the game, who I've heard some people got some of the work done. If they did it in comp, it goes quicker. One person on all my comments of that video said you could do it in lockdown because that's kind of clumping them up. There are different ways to do it. I played it in Iron Banner, 136 matches of Iron Banner. God knows it was too many. I counted them. I was like, all right, I'm kind of curious because I played a lot of Iron Banner. Control helps and the grouping helps, but honestly, no, it needs adjusted for sure. So, I mean, yeah, I went through it because I was like, you know what? This is just going to try and happen. We'll see how it goes. But on the fact that it's going to be adjusted, should never have been that long. I don't care if you did it or not. I don't think that's a problem. Now, as Halo Bear said, do you think Recluse and Mountaintop should get the Redrix treatment in Shadowkeep? I think, for one, if Recluse is going to stay where it is, which I hope it doesn't get nerfed because it is fun to use, I would like to see them do a variety of that. But the thing I actually, and this is where my whole video went down the rabbit hole.
Let's go.
Is what this quest made you do, and it's why I kind of appreciate Revoker's tweak on it. It made you, if you really wanted to deep dive and not just use like, hey, let me use play of the game whenever I get heavy. If you want to go for it, you have to learn how to use breach load grenade launchers. You have to learn how to use those. But what are you going to get? I'm going to get a breach load grenade launcher, probably even it's even faster than Malicious Birthright.
Yeah.
So like using 3, it's just crazy fast. It's almost, I think, straight line. In spending my time to grind for these, like I went through the numbers on Dim, which I should never have looked, but I did.
Let's go.
So the grenade launcher kills, you need 750 if you're doing it normal, outside of comp. You need 200 double kills. 200 double kills.
That's insane.
That's a lot. So that means you got to find 2 people grouped up. You have to kill them fast enough for the medal to pop up. Basically, they got to be like next to each other in the kill feed. And you got to do them really close together. And then the other piece is you need 100 calculated trajectory. And it is 3 final blows without dying. 3 grenade launcher final blows without dying. So
break down calculated trajectory again. That it has to bounce?
No, it doesn't have to bounce. You just have to kill 3 enemies with grenade launchers in a single life.
In a single life, right.
So it's like 1, 2, and you can get the third later, but you can't
die. The third can be later. Oh, okay,
but you can't die in between. Has to be within one life.
Kind of deals. Double down, triple down.
No, it's not anything. It's just, I mean, if you're playing normal, it's going to be called like double quick. And then I think if you're doing Iron Banner, it called it something different for a medal. But the general idea is like, 3 kill streak with a launcher. Yep.
Okay, so 3 kill streak. That's fine.
But, and that's so when I had my final tally, I had 125 calculated trajectory because I got a little better with the breach loads. And Fighting Line, shout out to Fighting Line, guys, underappreciated grenade launcher straight up. Because it uses primary ammo, so I can actually sit there and shoot about 8 or 9 grenades, sometimes get lucky. My playstyle is not honorable, but we'll get to that in a sec. And then the other piece is the fact that Fighting Line uses primary, you actually get when you pick it up, if you get any brick, I have 19 grenades. I can just shoot them down a hallway for a long time. So getting your 3...
What are you using to circumvent the single shot reload?
I have 2 grenade launchers.
Oh, you're savage. You're doing switch. So
Send one, switch to the other.
So wait, you're at the top. What do you got? You got
malicious birthright. Yep.
See, let me stop you right there.
And if you don't have that's my problem. Hard. Yeah.
And
well, Lake of Shadows is up right now. Get your butt in that Nightfall.
I feel you, bro. But here's the problem. How many kinetic breach launchers are there in the game?
Oh, there's one. I'm fully aware. I'm 100% aware.
No, I'm not coming at you. This is me coming at Bungie.
That's not a playstyle everybody can take advantage of.
Because it's like, bro,
even if you had 3, does your PvP Crucible I want to win still let you run 3 grenade launchers?
Probably not, but at least I'll do a quick play and be a savage and get 3. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, it's like quick play is better, even though they're saying competitive gives you a little bit more. You got 6 people running around in quick play. You know what I'm saying? Chances are higher of death. You know what I'm saying?
Control is probably your best bet. If you're doing normal, if you're not doing control is your. If you see a control match, be like, all right, control. Let me switch my loadout real quick. Yeah, then you can go.
Yeah, you know they're gonna be at the campfire at B. They're gonna be at the campfire A. 2 people gonna be clumped up, completely with you. But that's my whole thing. I was just like, man, if I wish I had, a birthright, or at least they had another option that we could use.
Such a trash roll too.
Really?
Oh, it's like the worst you could probably ask for. It's like Genesis on a kinetic, by the way, which is just dumb. I'm literally trying to pull it up right now because it's so bad. But it's a journey. But I will say, when I got done, the title of the triumph that you need is called In Pursuit of Honor. I did not feel honorable. I felt like trash. I felt really dishonorable because I was, as I said, we're going to point B. Never mind. I was like, a shiny object with heavy ammo. I was blind shooting grenades, banking them around corners, just like I was working on pool bank shots. I've got billiard cues out here trying to bank them around corners. Like,
oh my god!
I mean, literally, it's like I know people are on corners. I'm like, all right, bank, 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 bank. Oh, cool! I finally got it. I'm like, I'm just shooting just BS around corners. Now the fun ones are it's like, okay, so I shoot Fighting Line, but I don't get there, and Fighting Line won't one shot, but I get them low. And then my malicious birthright had a pretty high velocity, so it was like, pew, and the one behind it would be like, pew, and it's like, poof, poof, and I could like double tap them pretty quick, and that's how I'd get the kills. Like there were times that I would get double kills with those 2 grenade launchers because 2 people on points, I'd actually tag them close enough and quick enough. It was rare, but actually using the 3 worked as a benefit to me because rarely I would actually get the double or the single. So,
question: your malicious what mod did you put? Did you put it on the sling?
Probably like a freehand grip or something like that.
Oh, okay, yeah, I didn't
freehand. No, I've got snapshot sights and Genesis. You're not gonna use either of those. You're not gonna look down sights with the grenade launcher, and then no, it's so they were just awful.
You had the 2 worst possible, yeah. But again,
and
shout out to having 2 kinetic in the entire game, one that you're trying to acquire. Shout out to Bungie for that.
Yeah, the one that you want would make the quest even better. So
exactly.
But no, the quest is too long. I ended up with 3,700 grenade launcher kills, 200 of the multi kills. So I had that exactly. That was my last one. 125 of the calculator trajectory. So, like the number of grenade kills I got far exceeded by 5x the other 2 by a huge margin. So like those 2 probably could be cut in half and it'd be better. Like multi kills could be tuned a little better. Some tweaks definitely for sure. So am I okay with this getting tweaked? Yes. Do I think I would like to see, and that's where I was going to get back to Recluse. Recluse, really all you have to do, if I remember correctly, you just have to get fabled, period, right?
That's it.
Yeah. Now, this is one where I was like, I'd like to see, honestly, I like how Revoker, you got to get sniper headshots and you got to get sniper kills. And I would like to, if they're going to do a tweak to the Recluse quest or bring it in, make you learn submachine guns, make you equip them, make you get types of kills, make you get like maybe a double kill, or then I mean you'll see like risk runners and huckleberries and all these other things coming out.
Exactly. I'm all about that. See
So
that part.
yep.
Yeah.
No, I was gonna say I just like the idea of a quest teaching you to use the style of gun that you're about to earn.
That's the best part of it, right? Again, the mindset is correct, right? You want to get this dope weapon, you have to use this style of weapon that you normally don't use. That's what Bungie's good at. It's just the third part of it, the calculated trajectory, the length of it, the amount of kills. It was just a bit excessive.
Yep.
And I think that's where they kind of dropped the ball. They know it because clearly it's being mentioned now based on player feedback, kind of thing. And we'll see how I'm just curious to see how extensive the nerf goes to the quest.
Yeah.
And for the record, I'm waiting. I'm not even.
No. I mean, I haven't got when to go yet, and I'm not touching it until it changes. So.
Yep.
I'll wait.
Facts.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's that.
Yeah, and then we got the menagerie chest getting more rewarding as Cal sees fit. I think this is them listening to enough people like griping and moaning and groaning, saying, "All right, I think we did it a little too far."
Yeah, shout out to Cactus, my boy. He threw out a nice video out there.
I was like, I mean, so many people were like, most people were not happy, and then the problem was it was such a good grind that the people used it so much. When you made it such a bad grind, the people were like, "Is my time worth going back in there?" Even on my own to work on some random stuff occasionally, definitely less so. So then the people playing it are blueberries. And the people who are experiencing it, it's much slower than it already was. So they were really good, fast, efficient runs, or at least if half a team was like knew what they were doing, you were playing with like, hey, those three know what the hell they're doing. I got paired up with a good group. That group is not playing this anymore because they put their time in and they're done. So you have a whole lot less skilled players in an activity that is now a lot less rewarding. And the other thing is I have more gems than I'll ever be able to spend. At least with the 5 or 6 chest pulls, like if you did one menagerie and 5 or 6 chest pulls, which people could do 100 pulls and still not get the gun they want because that's just RNG. With all the gems that you earn and you have these little buffs and you pick them up in all these different places, I'm never gonna spend enough of them, and that's just kind of an imbalance in
currency distribution. Yeah, I agree.
So
let me ask you this: how do you think they handle Callus sees fit?
I don't think it's gonna be enough. Personally, I've heard some people say like 3 would be great. Just stick 3 chests at the end and be like, hey, and you have like 180 seconds, so you can sit there and be like, all right, so I want these in here, pull 1, okay, and you don't have to run back and forth. That's just dumb. But I liked also some of the ideas. Maybe it's 2, and if you on normal, say you finish one, like you hit the full half bar completion of one event, like in there, and you get a bonus chest. I like those ideas where it's like rewarding skilled playthroughs, making it more valuable. Heroic, that's a whole different thing. You need like 8 chests from that insanity. But generally, I would like to see 2 to 3. I mean, 3 would be awesome. And then a chance to earn more would be like the dream. I think that's what a lot of people settled on. 3 is somewhere in the number that people think it's like, okay, 3 pulls is starting to look reasonable. So
Agree.
That's me.
Agree. Side note,
You said side note, and then I lost you.
Oh yeah. Side note, I said your services for some Nightfalls. I have the majestic armor for the Solstice.
Oh,
we got that 200. We're gonna need another. We're gonna need another 1-player, 2-player Shattered Throne, and I'm putting you to work early. I'm putting in my request early now.
Okay.
And Truth told me that I gotta call you for the 3 Nightfalls and 100 something or case. I think something like that. Something like Truth wants something with 3 night. Anytime I see Nightfall, I'm like, I'm leaving that quick. That's for E, and I'll see him later.
You could Nightfall. I've got videos for him.
Nah. We gotta take the man. We gotta get the man.
So that pretty much wraps up last week, guys. So definitely cool stuff. Shout out to Cosmo, welcoming a new life into the world with he and his wife. So
salute.
Yeah, so awesome that they Baby McKenna came 3 weeks early, but at 9 pounds sounds like this Titan was ready to break out. So yeah, we had definitely the community managers are out, and I don't know if you guys follow Deej, but he had so much fun this week on Twitter.
Yeah,
he was by himself.
Hilarious.
Like he was like, all right, we have 19 new rules now. You must be streaming. If you are a streamer, you must be in a suit and formal attire. I saw Glad was actually in a suit on one of his streams. So I was just laughing. Yeah, he's been having way too much fun this week. But yeah, that's most of the previous week. So we're kind of caught up. We know about what's going on with, we know the raid, the delay, and everything like that. And then, on top of the delay, Luke Smith said that he's like, hey, I'm working on a state of the game, kind of thoughts of what he's learned over the last 6 months and a couple things. And then he put out a recent tweet, basically yesterday, saying, well, about 4,100 words so far for part 1, about 8 pages, single-spaced. And part 2 is still under construction. And then he even said, was like, hey, anybody got any recommendations for dictation software? So
yeah, you already
we're gonna have a lot to read, and that's gonna be early next week. And I'm like, yes, early next week, because he was hoping this week, but it didn't quite happen because that's a lot. But yeah, we're gonna get a large, substantial, like 8-page state of the game deep dive into honestly and they phrase it as looking at the last 6 months of learnings from Destiny 2 and outlining the kind of changes we're making to the game in Shadowkeep and why. Like, that type of developer, game director level insight I can't wait to just, like, pick that thing apart.
Bro, that, as a gamer, that kind of stuff excites me. You know, I love this. You just to go behind the curtain, right? Just to see what their thought process is, to see how they envision what we've been going through. And Luke is the man. Like, listen, man. That's the man. Luke could do... He could do no wrong in my eyes, man. I still say one of the most gangsterest moves is while employed under Activision, telling Activision, who previously dissed them on an earnings call.
Oh, we liked our game?
Oh, we liked our game. So you're not going to do that. Like, that's balls. That's like your boss. That's the corporate suits telling you something and you fire back. Worse things have happened. So Luke, that's the man. Like him, and shout out to Mark Noseworthy too. That's my guy. You know what I'm saying? But Luke will always, and then he has the greatest heading for his Twitter account. So it references only just the greatest raid of all time. And yeah, that's the greatest line. Next to that wizard came from the moon. But Guardians make their own fate is the greatest Destiny line. I'm telling you right now, that's a proverb, it's a scripture, y'all. Salute. Well, love that. Yeah. Preaching the word today. I'm telling you right.
But yeah, so that'll be coming early next week, and we're gonna have a lot to talk about with that one. And for those of you guys who are in here now, I'll say it again at the end. But we do have a special guest lined up next week to talk about all the stuff we're about to talk about. We're gonna have so much to talk about between Luke's deep dive. We've got a stream coming up we'll talk about in a minute, and whatever else is coming in the TWAB. So Friday morning on the 16th, we've got Paul Tassi coming to join us on the podcast. Just right there. What? If you listen, you got that early scoop. If you listen to
it like that,
oh man,
I thought we was gonna mystery box them all the way to there.
Oh man, no, it's just hey, if you're listening right now, you get the treat by sticking. You're in the middle. You're in the middle of the podcast. You get a treat right now. So
I feel that.
Next week,
hype.
I'll say it at the end. Yeah, I'll put maybe a little preface in there. So, but
yeah,
no,
man.
Yeah,
huge fan. We already know who the man is. And it's going to be great. We couldn't have picked a perfect week. So much is going to be dropping as we talk about. Man, it's going to be lit. The campfire is going to be crazy next Friday. Boy, I cannot wait, bro.
Yeah, I mean, he's always got good articles. Like, I mean, we met him at Guardian Con, and he's honestly ultra nice guy. Very happy about just people being receptive and things like that with regards to like his articles and be like, oh, it's like. And people are like, oh, it's so clickbaity. It's like, no, he might do an article to get you in. But it's like, if you read that article, it's always so, like, it's a fair perspective every time. He's going to bash it if it's not good. He's going to praise it if it's good. Like, he's a fair guy. I appreciate it. So,
and like it's what you said, because I literally told him that to his face. There's been times where he's had an article title and it triggered me. But then I took my emotion out and just read. Because sometimes, you get caught up with a title and you're like, oh. And then you get in there and you're like, you know what?
Yeah,
he's right. You know what I'm saying? And that's the cool part, man. So yeah, stay tuned, man. It's gonna be a nice ride, man. It's gonna be lit.
Yeah, it'll be a little later next week, so we'll probably start a little later, just to kind of accommodate his schedule and stuff. But it should still be in the morning. So looking forward to that one for sure. That'll be freaking awesome.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, we got more info this week dropping. First one is our little trailer about Destiny 2 on Steam. So you will be able to link your account. You're not going to be able to play yet. But everybody's like, oh, do I get to play over there? No, the actual just linking of the accounts for now to make sure like one's talking to the other, but you will not be able to play. Cross save comes later. Unless I'm reading that wrong. But it says Destiny 2 on PC will be moving to our new home on Steam. In keeping with the announcement from last week about our new launch window, and that's what they said, like Shadowkeep will Steam will launch with Shadowkeep. Like those I think go together, but it says Destiny 2 will arrive on Steam for the first time on October 1st. There's the line I was looking for. Okay. So you're not going to play it before, but before that happens on August 20th, you'll be invited to link your characters, and then cross save is the next day. So like we're getting cross save and all this stuff done now. So you excited?
Dude, this was the best part of the delay. This was the best part of the shit. I literally like, oh yeah, 2 weeks, cross saves moving up. Bingo, ding, 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 ding. And today, I mean, shout out to, I got an article out there. Please, guys, show some support. lordsofgaming.net. I put it out there, breaking down, because it is a little confusing for those who, not knowing what's going on the PC side, because the PC move, there's a little intricate parts, but kind of what you said. And it's like, again, not cross-play, cross-save. But what they're doing is they're giving you that window on the 20th to say, okay, link your account from your BattleNet to your, your Steam. Now, here's the thing, y'all, and I put this in the articles. A lot of people may not realize this. I put it in bold. Bro, guys, you have until October 1st to get that done. After October 1st, if you do not make that decision, you do not get the chance to bring that character over ever again. So it's almost like a cutoff date, hard and fast. So get it done on the 20th. Hopefully you're not out of town for 2 weeks or whatever.
Well, I mean, you got like 6 weeks.
True. Get it done. I'm just the stragglers or people, because October 1st,
don't procrastinate.
Exactly. You at BattleNet, it will be no more Destiny over there. You will not be able to do it. So that's the key that I saw. I was like, okay, they got to highlight that. But yeah, man, this is exciting already. And then today they said, can you, in their Q&A, a little fact thing, can you pre-order now? Because I held off. I was like, let me just wait till I get all the information. But then today they officially said, no, you can pre-order Shadowkeep on Steam now and be okay. So I did that part, and then 20th I'll link, and then I'll be good to go. So they got my money today.
Nice. And then we've got cross save coming as well. So cross save for people coming from console who maybe content creators. I mean, there's the cool guys, the Fallouts and stuff. They make videos. They have a computer to do that. Especially cool guy. He's got a really nice computer now. Helped him with that.
Thanks to someone I know.
Hey. I enjoy those things, so happy to help him with that one. And you too.
I don't know.
So, but it is funny actually looking at his comments and videos. He's saying, "Hey, I got this new PC and the specs and stuff like that." And there are a lot of comments on his videos that are talking about, "Oh, we lost another one to PC, and nobody's going to be playing on console anymore." And like a lot of people, because the substantial piece of the population is still on console. So a lot of the content creators, I mean, you got the Dados, you got a lot of us play on PC because you make the content and you have a good PC and it's nice to play on there. And things are different. Cool Guy made a very, very, very avid point of saying, like, I'm the only one of my friends that he specifically plays with. He's like, yeah, I'll jump on. It's like play on PC with Ibanez, play on PS4 with Fallout, like stuff like that. But he was very avid, and like there were people who were just like upset in his comments that he was going to leave Xbox.
Really?
That's I
know about this. I know about this. Go ahead, continue.
But
I know about all this.
But I mean, that people are just like, a lot of the content creators are on PC, and it's like that console perspective is appreciated, and that's one thing he said he's still going to make sure he sticks with a lot of, because most of his friends are still there. He's like, I'll play other places, and so he's like, if my other 7 friends buy PCs like next week, yeah, I'll probably play PC more. But he's like, I have 7 people that I like. Those are my crew, playing with them for like 5 years. Still going to be on Xbox a lot. But if he's like, I want to make that one, like, hey, let me pit stop in a couple places, that's cool. But it was just interesting to see the the upheaval and the uproar over the leaving console.
To my world, dude, I got harassed. I got dizzy. All these got traitor. All jokes aside, like, it does hurt, because the thing is, as a console main initially, right? And dude, I had a pretty large clan. shout out to Sinister, shout out to Addict. I mean, we were rating consistent, huge who you guys got, and just tons of funds in memory. So when I did the switch, I got, bro, there was some nastiness, man. It was, oh man, that's it. We're never gonna see him again. He's over. And the sad thing is, because there was no cross save, you got to be realistic. Like, how much was I going to be going back and forth with two different characters and grind? You know what I mean? It's just too much. So with this now, and I told mine, they don't believe me right now. I'm saying this on Last Word for the first time. But I said, look, I am going to be raiding more and doing more cooperative activities on console. Because, like, I like my solo grind here. And I like getting the difficult Nightfall soloist Shattered Throne guy, you know, when I need to. It's good to have a resource like Ibante's card. Let's just say, you know, and so that's here. And shout out to Stones, shout out to Scream. So many fun, cool people to play with. Don't get me wrong, but I got a tribe of people that are just all the time. So, like, case in point, I haven't even done Crown of Sorrows yet, man. Yeah. That hurts my heart. I haven't even done it. So it's like, again, I think the way I'm gonna handle it personally is a lot of my solo play, you know, being that I work on my PC a lot, absolutely. But the cool thing is when I want to raid, or I might even do this. It's gonna sound crazy. I'm actually gonna buy 3 copies of Shadowkeep. I'm buying a PlayStation 4 one, and I'm buying an Xbox One.
Who's because PlayStation? Because you're an Xbox crew.
I got shout out to Josh Redding. Oh, yeah. I got a whole subset of PlayStation guys that have never played with me.
Yeah,
never. You know, so they're just like, yo, it'll be, and shout out to Rev Plays. You know, it's gonna be. I'm investing that money. That's how much this feature is important to me. I know so many Destiny guys, and the worst thing that happens is you start talking Destiny with someone for the first time, and you're like, yo, what console you got? And you're like, oh, you got Xbox. Oh, I got PS4. Oh, you know, and then it just breaks things down. You're never gonna play with the guy.
Yeah,
we can literally do it now, dude. I'm buying 3 copies. I know it's gonna sound crazy, but I'm gonna move around however I see fit. That's how I'm doing it, man.
But that's one thing we've all said so much is the fact that, like, if we had cross save, people would buy multiple copies.
Bro, like they get seriously. 3. They getting what is it? 180.
Well, it's 120.
Well,
depending on if you get like the annual pass, it'll probably be 180, which you probably will. So
yeah, I'm getting it. All the
get it all the places. But I mean, that's kind of one of those things people have said. Now we know all that money. Like, if I buy 3 copies, still going to Bungie. So
it's going straight to
at least through Steam. Yeah. So,
but I'm so hyped.
Oh no, I mean, I think it's gonna be really cool for me, as I've been on mouse and keyboard so much. Like, I'll play God of War. I'll play certain games. Actually, feel really good on controller. And this is my issue. I want to hear the
bouginess. I want to hear it. Continue.
No, it's hard for me to, like, when I've played a shooter as much as I have on console. Like, I'll go pick up like Sekiro, Dark Souls, Bloodborne, God of War, adventure games, Zelda, whatever with a controller, and that feels right. It does. But for me, as I played more and more shooters on PC for back to years now, it's just hard. I'm going to be terrible with a controller. That's all.
He's console shaming, y'all. Get him. That's
I literally put myself down. Come on.
Get him, comment boys. You see, if you're on console, he's shaming you. I got to tease.
I literally did not say that. Oh my god!
I know, but I got to throw sauce. I got to make it seem like you said.
No, but I didn't. That's what he said,
y'all.
But I didn't.
Not coming down from the heavens to play with you.
If I'm on, like, yeah, you want to jump on PS4 and help me in Whisper? I would be trash. I'm pretty sure I would be awful.
You got to get back to the community. You got to go back to your root. You got to go back to the ghetto sometimes and play with your humble beginnings.
Yeah, let me plug in a controller here on my PC and see if I suck there. So, but yes, it is a very cool thing for nearly everybody, and especially just for those who want to have the option. I think it's really cool. So, cross save is going to be huge. PC going to Steam. New Light's going to be just boosting that population. I think New Light is going to be nice for PS4 and Xbox, but New Light on Steam is going to be just bonkers huge. I think because Steam is massive, and you put that level of a free game, there are very few free games at the level of like Destiny 2 with its current state of like year one, but also like the fixes and stuff. So.
Listen, bro, I'm telling you right now. First of all, I got 2 comments. See, the comments are killing me. Yes, I gotta call it that, said Fred. But listen, man. people don't understand. And shout out to the Borderlands people, all three of you in here. I'm just joking. Shout out to Slow Mo. That's my guy. I like teasing. But no, all jokes aside, again, people are saying, oh, they're scared or whatever. I'm telling people again, cross save and New Light alone. Forget any Eris content. Forget any Shadowkeep. If they didn't have any, DLC, and they just made those announcements, Borderlands still in trouble. That's how much requested this is. These are huge. Now, the other comment I got to make is shout out to all the events on the Tango Shore that's not going to be made heroic with all these blueberries coming through, because what's happening, E. People are not knowing how to do these public. Blueberry invasion is happening. Get ready.
Me and probably many other people, I need to try and put together a new player series about what to do as a new player. Are you a blueberry?
Yeah.
Do you know what a heroic public event is? Nope. You're a blueberry. Bro. All right, listen up.
You got the perfect video right there, bro. I'm serious.
Oh, there's gonna be many. I mean, I almost want to start a new. I know it sounds stupid, but I want to either have my wife play, which I think would be amazing, but I'll never get her to do it. But just have somebody who hasn't played Destiny, tell me the things a new player needs to know. Because somebody's like, well, what are these little green blinking lights on the ground? Or patrols? Are they worthwhile? No. Public events, what are powerful gear? What's the way to do these things? And it's I still think they briefly said when you started New Light, trying to remember what they said. I think they're almost going to start at $750 when they come in New Light. So they're going to be fairly high. They don't have to go through, because somebody was asking me on Twitter, okay, I haven't played Destiny in a long time. How do I start this thing? I was like, go try and do the quest on the barge so you can get your 690 gear. But unfortunately, some people are like, you need to do the Forsaken campaign before you can do that. So trying to understand those pieces, but also explaining, hey, what are Ascended challenges? What the hell's in the Dreaming City? How do you do a raid? How do you find people? What are the there's a lot for this game. When you look at the director, it has so much going on. I think it's nice with New Light that they are going to slowly ease these people in. I think that's actually a really good strategy, because when you look at the whole thing, I'm okay, new person. They're like, what do I do? And I think that's a smart way. They're going to kind of ease them in, which will be good. So
absolutely. Yeah, they have to ease them in. Yeah, we got to see, how they handle as far as that. I think it's going to be a situation like Forsaken where you're going to have to beat that to be able to access the same thing with Shadowkeep. But, as they move forward, I think with the subsequent season passes, you will have to beat Shadowkeep before you can, fully invest. You can go to the play space, you can go to the area, you can do patrols. But as far as that hardcore end game content of each annual pass section, I don't think they'll be able to access that. It'll be a la carte. Hey, you want to do this? Okay, pick it up.
Yeah. I mean, right now, honestly, if you picked up Destiny, there's different collections for it, but I have these to do a giveaway for. I literally have the Legendary collection. I have one for Xbox, one for PS4, and two for PC that I got to do a video for. I have those to give away, but the annual pass is $15. The whole damn thing. So if you get if you can get your hands on the Forsaken Legendary collection plus the annual pass, I'm gonna try and hook people up. So, but that's there's so much content between those. You add Shadowkeep on top of it. I still want the answers of Armor 2.0. Is it gonna go in effect for all the old armor? Are these people who jump in with New Light and they go play on Titan? Is their armor gonna look like Armor 2.0? Or is it gonna look like old trash? That's so many questions to answer. And speaking of that, setting up my own segue there. Segue. So we got the kind of roadmap for all of what we get to look forward to in the next coming weeks, and streams and reveals and all of those types of things. So we know Director's Cut, quote is what they called it from Luke Smith. Basically, part 1 is going to be coming early next week. So that's really cool. Looking forward to reading that 8-page dissertation over the history of Destiny. Can't much to get from there, because it's going to be, what have they learned? What are they putting into Shadowkeep? Why are they doing it? RPG. It's if he just goes to town, I will be just reading it like a book.
Oh yeah.
That's number 1. So, and the number 2, Deej put out a tweet saying, "Hey, what would you like to see?" And I was like, Armor 2.0 was in, if not in the list, it was in almost everybody's things. So, number 2, Armor customization preview live stream. That is on Wednesday. That is quick, and I cannot wait.
How hype are you, man? Are you going to contain yourself?
Dude, I'm gonna jump out of my chair through my ceiling right now, cause
I'm worried for you, man.
Dude, this is my stuff. This is what I gotta know.
Just keep it. Keep your expectations.
Woosah.
Because I'm worried that they may do it, knock it out the park to the levels you want.
I'm not. So okay, I will say I don't think it's gonna be all the way to the levels I want.
That's what I think what you want ultimately will be D3. But I think this will be the progression, right? This will be that next part. So I just want you to get in, because I know how you get. I don't want
expectation. I just want answers, because if I make a video about new light for players, I want to be able to tell them how armor works, because that's half of your damn stuff that you have. Absolutely. So it's this is big for me, because I can at least sit there and be like, okay, at least I think I understand how this is going to work, so I can make a video and schedule it and get ready. Right now, I feel like I'm talking just hey, here's this armor, you pick it up, you're going to have... Well, I have no idea if this is going to even make sense. So this being the first thing and one of the biggest things is really nice. They're not saving it for the tail end, because I would have killed him for that. But yes. So number 3, more Shadowkeep details at Gamescom. Gamescom is huge, so they're going to Germany in Cologne and definitely showing up there.
Which means they have a lot to show.
Yep. Number 4, when is Gamescom, by the way?
That's a good question. Soon. I don't know the dates off top.
I'm Googling it real quick. It's in 11 days.
Okay.
So it's on the 20th. Okay. And then in order, they have cross-save launch, which is the 21st.
20th. 21st
for cross-save.
20th is when you can link.
Yep.
21st is when it's
official. Definitely getting some more information the week after. So we get this coming week, and then you have the next week we have some information. Number 5 is how seasons will change in Destiny 2 Year 3.
That sounds familiar, almost verbatim from the panel attended at GuardianCon.
Weird.
Weird.
Your baby PvP reveal for Shadowkeep. This is where you got to keep your expectations in check, man.
Yeah, I wrote again, lordsofgaming.net. Please check out. Got a couple paragraphs in there after the TWAB about my thoughts. And yeah, man. Shout out to Rick Kakis, man. He had one of the greatest responses for Deej. And he just said, what do you guys mean as far as PvP is going to change? You know what I'm saying? What does that mean, that statement? And I'm shocked. I'll be honest. Is it probably going to be trials? Most likely not. But the fact that it's being addressed, they have a bullet point for this. And then 7 will be an invitation to the Crucible at PAX.
So playing.
This is interesting.
For the reveal.
This is interesting. The only thing I got a little excited because I'm like, okay, PvP reveal, cool, modes, new changes, fine. But then you're inviting people. It's almost like you may have a mode to show. But I don't want to get gassed. Because that's the only thing that gave me hope. Why would you have an invitation to the Crucible at PAX unless there is something?
What if you play Elimination, but it's not Trials?
As long as it's back, bro. As long as it's back. Bring it back. Just get that mode in. You know what I'm saying? But I do feel something's cooking now because normally expectation very low. They're doing meta, balance, maps. That's how I'm thinking, right? Meta, balance, maps. You'll be okay. You inviting people on PAX, you got a mode, bro. You got a mode. Something we ain't see is back, or some new mode that you want to debut, because they love to say that, trials the old way is not the way. So maybe they got something new and hot. Watch it be Rift.
I'd be okay
Rift
with
is
that.
back, y'all.
I'd be all right with Rift. I'd like to see Rift back, actually, on top of what you said, but I would like to see Rift back at some point. So that's a lot.
Oh, Seed Freed. He's evil. Read Seed Freed, what he's doing to me, right?
We've decided to actively help out our PvP community. 2 new maps will be introduced.
Yeah, he's straight evil, man.
Killing it right now. Killing it.
That's every. The Reverend's play. What's going on, brother? I see you in there. I see you.
So,
get that break back, brother.
Yeah. That's a lot of stuff. So, Director's Cut, armor customization, more Shadowkeep details, which there's one thing, is I made a video about it yesterday. Yeah. There's no specific place when you look at when you go to Bungie store and I want to buy the games, I want to buy like the releases for like Shadowkeep, it doesn't say anywhere when you look at the stuff that you get, new missions, new quests, new destinations, new dungeon, new armor, new raid, season pass, no strikes. I literally
wait, this is in the collector's edition part?
No, this is just standard edition. It doesn't say, they usually put new strikes, new Crucible maps. That's not listed as a bullet point on pre-ordering Shadowkeep.
All right,
now,
I'm at the pre-order
I have to
Shadowkeep.
assume.
Keep talking.
I just have to assume that they're going to be in there. Don't you think?
Where are you seeing the bullet points of them listed? I'm seeing bullet points.
So if you go to Bungie.net, you hit and look at Destiny 2, click on Shadowkeep, scroll down and see pre-order and just like the Shadowkeep standard edition bullet points with her logo is next to it. We'll say new missions and quests. We know we're going to have a campaign for sure. New exotic quests and other things. New destination, the moon. New dungeon, probably on the moon. We know the new raid is going to be in the Black Garden. New armor and gear to earn. Cool. Season pass for Season of the Undying. All of those things.
Here we go. Yeah, I hear it.
It doesn't mention strikes, doesn't mention Crucible maps, doesn't mention Gambit maps, doesn't mention any of that type of stuff. Not listed at all. And more. And that's some of it's hopefully assumed. But that's one thing I actually had a curiosity because...
I mean, we could go two ways with this, right? We
have 14 strikes right now. Do you think we get any? And if we get any, how many do you think we get?
We've got to get strikes just off the strength of it's a new, campaign in Shadowkeep.
Okay, how many do you think we get?
The cops coming by. We'll break it down in a second.
Sweet. All right, cool. For me, my assumption, I'll throw it out there first because I was wondering. I'm guessing because with Forsaken, we ended up getting 3. So as this is kind of Rise of Iron size, not crazy big, but my assumption's about 3. What do you think?
2 or 3. 2 or 3. We've got to get strikes. I think I'm not going to go crazy with this pre-order list yet because I think marketing strategically does not want to reveal their hand yet on everything that is included in this DLC, this expansion. Once we get closer, once we get, past, as we get closer to October 1st, like that week or two, when they're like, okay, cross saves out, everybody get your pre-orders, it's coming, it's dropping next week. That list that we'll see on a PlayStation store or on an Xbox store, I think will be updated and we'll have, I cannot see them not doing strikes in this case. I can't. This would be, I just can't see. I listen, it's saying it's not there, but I cannot see that happen.
Hey, Mesquid Show said it right. We for sure get the PS4 exclusive strike to PC.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
We get one at a minimum for us other players besides PS4. We get that exclusive now. And we get Wave Splitter. What?
Wave Splitter.
Finally.
Yo, Traces is kind of powerful right now. You facing some Traces in PvP?
Yeah.
Traces are kind of strong, man.
Yeah, I've been melted by a couple.
Shout out to the Prometheus lens emblem. That's how I've been feeling when I get hit by it.
That's a great emblem, by the way.
That's amazing. It's amazing.
It's almost a little bright on my screen when I put it on, like a little much, but it is amazing. So
it's great.
But yeah, the Mod Squad. As many of you have asked us to elaborate as what we refer to as Armor 2.0, next week we'll do just that. So on the 14th, 10 a.m. Pacific, they will do a live stream on Twitch, YouTube, and Mixer. And somebody even was like, hey, how about Facebook Gaming? And they're like, we'll work on that. Armor customization preview live stream or building a better monster killing machine, whatever you want to call it. And they have a little GIF rolling through all these little mod choice options. Some of them are recognizable with like reserves and unflinching and target acquisition. Some of them I don't recognize at all because I slowed this thing down, broke down the frames, and looked. Some have icons that are different. Some have different background. Like there's these little triple down arrows behind them. Those are new. There are these little skull looking things with stuff in the middle. So I don't know how much. I'm really wondering if we get.
What?
I'm like trying to save my words. I'm wondering if they're just going to kind of like rework how armor is. And this is what I literally said recently, and kind of like if I think the Solstice armor is worth it. And we haven't actually talked about Solstice. We'll get to that. But mostly if it's going to, my assumption, or at least the way it was kind of described, is going to be like, is this like a spacesuit skin that I pick my perks that I put into? I mean, that's what at least it seemed to be from.
Yeah, that's what they kind of alluded, right? When Luke Smith was a twab or two ago.
Yeah.
You know, he mentioned about, hey, if I liked hand cannons and I want to put 2 different type of hand cannon mods, and then, you know, mods inside, and then kind of unlocking as things go on as well. So I got kind of like a D1 nodes vibe combined with a combination of some type of choice with armor mods. So that's the initial vibe I got looking at this image. Yeah, there's definitely some things in there that I don't know what these icons represent. You know what I mean? So, you know, it'll be interesting. I mean, again, gonna keep it in check. Armor has always been the Achilles heel. You know, weapons get tremendous love, and rightfully so. They get tweaks, they get tunes, they get catalysts. You know, armor has been lagging behind for much long time, and it needs to shine. It needs to shine. So and then like you said, the questions: what happens? Like all the old stuff. Like, will there be new versions of the stuff? You know, is the old stuff most likely going to be obsolete? You know, that's another thing. You know, it's a lot of questions going forward. I have a feeling the old stuff's going to be obsolete, though. I have the strong feeling they're notorious for that. You know what I'm thinking? Because you know when I go to the EDZ, right, and you go to Devon and you're cashing in your
tokens and stuff,
Forge Hustle legendary, but
what are you talking about?
No, tell. But when you cash it out,
sleep farming,
you know, yeah, it's just farming. So and you still get in his loot pool those old primaries that didn't have random rolls.
Dude, half of the Nightfall strikes are that way. The Nightfall exclusive, and this is something I talked about with my strikes video, was like Nightfall exclusives are all. I mean, you go get, let me run Savathun's Song as Nightfall. Why would I run it? I'm going to get the duty bound auto rifle that has old perks on it. And the other piece is like strike exclusives used to be, or like raid exclusives. Some of that stuff used to be cool. Like if I'm going to go into a strike where void crystals represent like dead guardians and they're using the void to like power this thing, give me an auto rifle. Fine. If it's an auto rifle, it's an auto rifle. But give me like something on that looks like it's ripped out of the Hive Shrieker's like shell. It's like a void auto rifle, because that's the idea behind that whole thing.
Remember like, give when we used to do the... Yeah, sorry, continue.
No, just was gonna say, give me stuff like that. Go ahead.
Yeah, you brought back old feels. Like, remember do the Dark Blade?
Yes, the Dark Blade helm.
You get the helm, and you get the fusion that looked like it came from it. Bring that,
dude. The
back,
Shield
man.
Brothers like arms, the gauntlets, dude, on my Titan. Oh, dude.
Remember the Fallen, the Saber Strike? I used to get that Warlock
the helm
with the electricity, and they had the coolest. I'm gonna be real with you. That's why I don't do Nightfalls no more, man. Like Nightfalls to me,
I mean, they're a powerful gear button. That's all they are.
That's it. Yeah, it's like it's in this weird place where I don't feel they've ever recaptured the magic of the D1 Nightfall. You know what I'm saying? The D1 Nightfall, to me, I think still with the customization is a little too wonky. I don't want to. I got to go get a card from this, and I got to do this, and it's just like honestly, I don't do them. I do not do them. And then when I see the drop rates, and I see you guys, you know, really killing it out there, and I'm like, for these old roll weapons, like what, like, you know, remember what was the weapon that was the better Devils? It was a hand cannon. It was shout out to Scream with the Maylock helmet. Your D1 reward, but right, the what's the name of that hand cannon that started at the launch of D2, just before random rolls?
Better Devils.
It was a better Devil. It was a hand cannon that is, I forgot what strike it's associated with, but it's a better version of it. And I'm like, I'm not grinding for that. It's not no random rolls on it.
Oh, the DFA, that whole thing?
The DFA. Thank you. Thank you.
That was Osiris.
Yeah, it's like, thanks, chat. War Blackjack. Yeah, DFA. I'm like, why am I going to grind for DFA current? What incentive do I have for that?
I mean, it's got a decent perk pool, but there's stuff that blows it away anymore lately.
Yeah.
There's not
Shout out to
random
my
rolls on it, so there's no repeat to going back for it.
Shout out to my curated roll, Kindled Orchid.
My
with,
God,
Kill
you got
Clip and
you got the
Rampage.
god roll on that one.
Bro.
Kill clip and rampage on a hand cannon. You're just gonna be blowing people away. Man,
Yo,
that is
it's
a beast.
bro, it's silky. Oh, but in PvE, I didn't even talk about PvP yet.
No, PvE is where that thing will shine. PvE
Oh,
will shine.
bro, you know how disgusting it is to get Rampage ×3 and reload and still have that and kill clip with a Rampage spec going?
It's busted.
It's disgusting.
Yeah, it's just so crazy.
Ooh, continue.
Oh,
But,
no,
yeah,
no,
man.
I saw that and I was like, whew, you got
I
it.
couldn't believe it. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. But yeah, man, they gotta fix this whole. They gotta bring. They're sitting on so much old content that could easily just bring. I should say easily, but because we don't know what it takes to get that done. But one would see, like, hey, if you're struggling to make stuff, you got a whole pool of resources that you can bring forward. Let's do it, man. And vendor refreshes. Come on, let's go. Faction rally, let's go. Come on, I need it.
I mean, for me, that's what I've actually been kind of thinking about for videos lately is like stuff to talk about. And for me, it was like strikes is a big one because that's one thing I do a lot of. But how can you take strikes? We had skeleton keys before.
Yep.
And it was
so
like
much.
you could get strike exclusives that were truly for like that strike in the Nightfall. But we have strike exclusive. We have ships. We have transmat effects. We have ghost shells. We have sparrows. All of those are cosmetic things. If those exist in a strike for a drop, those should be like, hey, you can get this and a piece of armor and a weapon. Like, you should be able to get a whole thing. What if I go into Lake of Shadows and I beat the boss? And the strike exclusive is a chest armor that gives me 5% resilience and extra damage against taken. Like, people would be like, well, what if that makes you more powerful in the Dreaming City raid? Then it makes you more powerful in the Dreaming City raid. Like, I want to go into a place, get an exclusive piece of something, and have it be cool because it makes me more powerful other places. Like, the set bonuses in Reckoning hurt my head so bad because it's not, it's so focused down to a point of just Gambit Prime. It hurts.
Yeah, no, look, the thing about this whole thing, man, is just that they are sitting on old D1 ideas that if it was as easy as pushing the button,
oh well, yeah,
bro, it would be so lit because I just miss that. I miss what you just said. I miss having those 3 options. It used to be like 3 or 4 options you can grind for. Grinding those Nightfall so rewarding. You know what I mean? Shout out to Mish 91. Remember the Dust Palace cloaks? For the hunters?
Yes, absolutely.
Remember those?
Yes.
Bro, like it was so cool to see. And I like that the drop rates were low. But again, like you said, let's get the skeleton keys back, right? So that if there's something you really want, you know what I'm saying, you really want to grind for it, make sure the drop rate is a little low, but you go in there and then you get that guaranteed, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna get one of those things. They just need it, man. They're sitting on stuff. They're sitting on. I hope with Shadowkeep, at least we get some of it. You know what I'm saying?
For me, it was take like the normal Vanguard Strike playlist, and then maybe there's a Heroic Strike playlist, which I don't know why they got rid of that because regular strikes are not hard. Yeah. And then you've got your Nightfall. You've got your difficulties in there, but say your Strike playlist lets you earn key fragments. Then for like 5 strike runs, you can make it into a full key. And then you can either open the chest there. Maybe if you do a Nightfall, it's 1 straight up key right there and you can open it. Maybe if you do the 100,000, it's worth 2 keys because you broke through the barrier. Like, give us reasons in this entire Vanguard thing. Like story missions. What the hell? When's the last time anybody in chat ran those 3 story missions for powerful? I could even be leveling a character and I'm not even going to do it.
I'm never doing that. Like, they should be incorporated some other way. It's not a good way. And can we give Ikora something to do?
She's over there twiddling her thumbs, man.
Can we give an old girl something to do? The other chick? What's her name?
Don't call her old. She'll blow your head off, man.
I'm sorry. What's her name? The Queen is here. Let's go to the Queen.
Hey, what's up?
No, what's the Sparrow woman? Why am I forgetting her name right now? Holiday. Can we give her something to do?
She's the occasional just like, oh, you have the Tex Mechanica Chaperone quest. Cool. I'll see you next year. Like she has one thing.
Man. It is just they're sitting on so many cool ideas, and you just wonder, you just wish that they just again can unleash, man. And even if it's bits and pieces, we got to get something. We got to get one of those things. Whether it's old armor coming back, vendor refreshes, faction rally, nightfall rewards with, those skeleton keys or something. Please, Bunch, we got to get those back. That is so much incentive to heart.
Yeah, it'd be just a way to like give life back into something that for most people they don't touch. I mean, you go through, and this is kind of going to bring us to, I guess, like the final piece, because we've got, I mean, we know mods are coming. EAZ's been a thing. We've got changes coming to the AZ grind, and that's kind of where I want to, I guess, get us to. But they want you to go play strikes. They're going to force you to go play strikes because nobody wants to. Give us a reason, because if you look in your triumphs, you've got play 25 strikes in a season. Okay.
Right.
Why? If I have like exclusive gear to go for, exclusive armor, like random perks that can drop in there, what if those things can drop with like mods? What if, there are all those things to go for, and there's not like, oh, I'm going to go play the arms dealer and get the tilt fuse sparrow. Like, who gives a mother? Like, who cares?
It's true. You know what I'm worried about too? The raid, the older Leviathan raids. Like,
yes,
they're just gonna be using they've got to figure out. Armor 2.0 is gonna have some tough questions that has to be answered. That the Red Queen knows already. But I had to tease her. She's in.
Yeah.
But
she's been behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes. Like, we have to find out, like, how are they going to handle it? Because I think it will disappoint some if it's just complete clean break and nothing gets updated. Comes forward.
I don't need my old stuff to get, like, my vault to change into Armor 2.0. But if it's like, hey, I can go earn stuff and there's a reason and it has different... Like, if I can go earn stuff, even if it is older stuff, but I can still earn an Armor 2.0 version of it, that I'm okay with. Like... A lot of people have the tendency to want to be like, oh, well, I spent this entire year holding on to stuff. If you play any other game besides this, when you make a new jump to the next expansion, everything you've got, you may as well just throw it in the trash because it's all useless. Facts. Like, it's not going to come up or be infused. Like, the fact that we infuse still kind of blows me away.
Yeah.
So if this is their way of saying, hey, take everything you got, throw all just clean off that desk and put it in the trash. I mean, for me, it would be a godsend because I could clear out my vault.
Yes, thank God, you hoarder. Please.
Please let me clear it out.
Clean your house.
But I'm holding on to it because they haven't said, like, I have enhanced sniper rifle targeting on my helm. Am I going to break that down and get the ability to use that later because I have it? Or do I have to earn everything new? It's like, nobody knows. And this is why I'm glad they're doing this on Wednesday, because that's another good 5 weeks for us to, like, be able to know, or 6 weeks really. So it's going to give us some time. Lots of questions coming too.
One last point before we move on.
No, you're good.
You know what I miss? Remember when in
I was like, that's a big list, man.
I know.
I was like,
when they used to add things into the loot pool secretly and update it. Remember? You'd be like, hold on. Like, oh, I remember when it was like certain little exotics they got updated, or just something they would just sneak it. They wouldn't even say anything. They would just be in the loot pool, and you wake up like, yeah, this gun came back.
Yeah, it's like, I got this as a drop, and everybody's like, what? You could do that on console. Data mining kind of ruins that.
Yeah.
PC will ruin some of that because people will find a way to get the code, break it down, and they've got it to a system now, like new patch. Broken down. They know what's in there, and they're like, okay, here's the new stuff. This is what we break down. Like, some way to analyze it. I don't know, but I mean, people are smarter than I am that can do that. But unfortunately, that's the PC side of it, because console is really hard to do.
I got a problem with real quick 2-second rant. Well, 5-second. Listen, Gambit Prime, y'all.
Literally, what we do is rant.
We rant. This is back to Long Point days. Gambit Prime PC guys. Gambit PC guys. I am sick of playing in a lobby of bots. This has happened to me way too many to the point where I'm not going to play. Yeah, thank you. I'm sitting there, I'm like, why am I the only person getting motes? Why is no one else invading? What? I'm telling you, if I catch you, I'm snitching. I've been snitching. I've been reporting. Oh, yeah. Every time I was in there trying to do the 10 matches for the Solstice off, like 7 of those matches were bot infused. These bots, bro, like it's Bro, come on, man. Like, Bungie, you got to come up with a better algorithm. Everybody got the same bot to use. That's the funny thing. Everyone uses the same exact bot.
Okay, they don't actually, because I've seen some pretty good ones.
Oh,
I've seen some
bro.
that will straight up use supers, man. That's hilarious when that happens. A bot kills somebody with just a random bot's over, then all of a sudden a super kills somebody running at them because they think they got the easy kill, and bam.
Then you know what pissed me off too? Then I'm like, all right, y'all gonna ruin my experience. So I'm gonna be the only one banking. I'm gonna be the only one invading, doing all this stuff. All right, cool.
You get tons of medals that way.
True, but then guess what happens? Then when the primeval come, one person on the other side wants to wake up and start wrecking stuff. And I'm like
crazy.
Bro, I lost matches like that. I'm like, this is so frustrating. This is the only thing I do not miss because bro, the bots in Gambit it's crazy. It is awful. It's awful. Please, we got to come up with a sub type of algorithm. We got to shut them down. But if I see you in Gambit and you're botting, I'm snitching. You get reported.
So I was like, I think Gordon Gartell is actually running to a rubber banded controller on PS4 as well, something like that. If they're probably doing like a spin, that's probably a rubber banded controller or something like that. But the bot on PS4, you know, the funniest thing I've seen, because some people have done it before, they set their controller up like in, say it's like in a box, and they actually, like an engineer, of course, they built like a mechanism to like occasionally tap it or occasionally tap a jump button. So it was like, you know, take like the bouncing, like the bobbing like bird that bobs in and out of the water was like occasionally touching the jump button, and then they had like a mechanism that would just constantly like touch the controller and move it. And it's like a smart person spent enough time to do that, and I'm just like, you are crazy.
Bro, I don't know how Bungie stops it too. I mean, the only thing I can think of is that if you repeat the same actions or sequence, you know what I'm saying, after a certain while, you ain't move out of a certain space. Like, and they're all in the back of the map.
Oh no, I've seen some of them like running down a wall because they busted.
No.
Oh yeah, just straightforward, just wall running, like face just 45 degrees down the wall.
I'm done, man. I'm done. I can't.
So this actually leads perfectly into what I wanted to talk about, because we have the Solstice of Armor grind, and as I finished mine, how much have you done on yours?
We are literally, you are proud of me, man. I grind it, bro. I got it done.
Nice. I was out of town for 4 days, so I finished mine last night. So
see, threw me under the bus too. I was feeling so good until he said that.
I mean, you were probably done before I was, so.
No. I was just joking. But nah, dude. So just like thoughts on the whole process, or
just thoughts on the grind, changes, and literally like you're saying, because I put a video up about this, so I kind of want to ask you first, because that's what's been up this morning. Thoughts on the grind for the armor, like how could it change? How could they make it better? Did you like it? Did you think it was too long? And the fact that we didn't actually get to the little patch, I will say it real quick. They are patching a couple things on it, so just for reference before we get into this.
Yes, please.
The mini bosses that you need 100, it's going down to 50.
Just about to say that.
And then completing the final boss will give you 5 additional points. So like that actually makes the people stick around. So that being said, still, what was your journey like? Thoughts, changes, otherwise, stuff like that.
All right. First, let's start off with the EAZ. I love the EAZ. I don't know why I like it so much.
My brother hates it. It's too much jumping.
And I'm a warlock. I should hate it.
You floof just fine. You warlocks give you... No offense, but you warlocks have like one of the easier controllable jumps for a small platform landing of anybody. Because you're like, hey, I got to land on this thing. Hold on, I'm coming down like a little parachute. Boop. Like me, if I get my momentum going, I'm like, whoa, crap. And then the hunter, if you don't hit that last jump, you missed it. You're falling. So I mean, honestly, for like specific jumps, the warlock's easy.
For specific jumps, warlock is superior.
Yeah,
I will admit that. I'll definitely admit that. Here's the thing. EAZ, I didn't know what to expect. I thought it was really cool. I love the verticality, man. I really do. I like that it's just this space. Go out, search the bosses, hunt them down. You know what I'm saying? Everyone's splitting up, and I like how strategically and randomly it splits up. Very cool. Quick activity, not super long. You know what I'm saying? Now, let's get back to your question. Solstice grind. I'll be honest, E, like, when you got the first armor, what is it? The green?
The drained.
I was like, this is a little grindy for green. I wasn't expecting, some of the things they was asking. I'm like, this is a little grindy for green. I'm kind of nervous. When you get the blue, like you said, that 100 mini bosses, Oh, like it was rough, and basically you had to get into a flow of multitasking objectives at the same time. So while you're doing strikes, you're doing this. While you're doing 25 patrols or whatever it is on Titan,
I
you know
had
what I'm
him on
saying?
IO. You had him on Titan?
Titan, bro.
Yeah,
Titan.
that's two. Hey,
Oh,
it's like hit the two regions, bounce the orbit, and bounce back. I had three.
yeah. I was
But yeah,
doing that
you
hard
repeat things a lot.
a lot. You know what I'm saying? That was a slog. Um, you know, it's just it got to me. The thing about it is the armor was so cool. It gave me motivation to keep pushing because there were times I'm like, I can't today. I gotta try something. Mentally, I just need a break from doing this one activity. 10 gambit matches. You know what I'm saying? All this stuff. But the 100 almost broke me. I literally had everything done in blue except that last one.
Mm.
I lucked out. I got in there with some blueberries. Shout out to Adam23. I don't know who you are. Shout out. We took selfies. We did emotes together. You're my guy. This guy knew the Cabal mini boss cheese.
The engineer farm. Yep.
The engineer for I didn't know it. He knew it. He shot me to slap me and say, "Stop killing the big boys. Get over there." And I said, "Oh, this is what you're doing." And then we just got into a rhythm.
You just wait. Come down, smash him. Come down,
and
smash
my
him.
new Joe tune, boom. We would go back. We were hiding around from the big boys. We got it done. And even that, even with the cheese, is still a grind.
Like an hour waiting for him if you just do that.
Hour. Like that was not balanced well. Like for 100. And like you would think a step like that would be to masterwork it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's a lot to go from blue to purple. So it's the armor's cool, the thought process is cool, the EAZ is cool. Ryan was a little bit too much. And for my taste, I'm just glad I got it done. I feel like I need a mental vacation just with all of that grinding. Like it's a lot, man. It's a lot. And Attic asking me right now because he's very tempted on. He doesn't know how he's going to handle cross save. He's going to bring the Xbox account, but he really wants the armor. So I gave him the dates, and I'm like, dude, if you wait until cross save, you've only got like 1 week before. You know what I'm saying? It goes
a no
live.
Life right there, dude.
That's a no life. So I'm like, I'm telling you right now, this grind almost broke me on certain things. You know what I'm saying? I even attempted the masterwork stuff.
It'll be easier after Tuesday, so that's good. But
yeah, so I mean, I've done rambling. I mean, I just didn't. I just felt the grind's a little too excessive for this. But what are your thoughts? You got the video, you got everything. What's going on now with you?
I mean, mine was like, the boss changing is good. The mini boss change and that's the fact that some people were killing the mini bosses is that was like the one major outlier. They'd kill the mini bosses, get to the boss, and leave. So the fact that they're changing the main boss to be worth 5 points in that is huge because people will stay in and finish him up, that's like making sure your encounter is completed is kind of a major requirement there. When it came to the 10 gambit matches, this is one I was thinking about for sure. Because, that was the one I heard AFKers, crap, what you went through. See, I didn't honestly have that much. I had like sweaty gambit matches every time. I was like, Jesus, what's going on?
Wait, you didn't have to deal with any AFKers?
Really not. No, people were like, I was getting worked and I was like low on man on the totem pole for picking up motes. Like we were just like, were you playing regular or prime?
Both.
No, yeah, I had both.
I played so much Gambit. Remember, that's how I got gassed. I thought I was close to delirium, and I reset. And maybe that's a bug, but anyway, yeah, man. I would say if I had to put a percentage, 60 to 70% of my Gambit matches.
What time of day did you play?
Well, remember I'm night owl, right? So I'm playing, real late. 2 a.m., 3 a.m. kind of stuff. So kind of
that might be part
of season, because a lot of people leave their stuff away during that season. So, I'm assuming that could be a little bit to it, but I even tried, morning Easterns, 10 a.m., 11 still, now I wasn't playing in prime time, Eastern time after work, so to speak, because technically that's opposite my schedule.
Yeah.
But, bro, I don't know how you didn't encounter it. Like,
and that's like amazed. So Dakota in chat saying she had a big AFK problem. Depends. I think a lot of that will be more when you played. But my idea is, even had a comment that replied and was like, yeah, make it active. Make it like my brother will play and he'll be like, hey, I don't want to have to win gambit matches because I'll go into one and get smoked like 44 to their Primeval's dead. It's like this just sucks. Like that's awful. Right. So it's like, okay, no. Okay, so what if, and you're like, well, what about motes? Don't make it too many. But let's say you have to kill 200 enemies in Gambit and deposit 50 motes. Make it something where you have to be active, but you don't have to be amazing. If they want you to just be in the playlist Make it something where you can't just sit there and just like be a lump. Like I don't want, like you can't just sit there and do nothing. But it's like if I just run around and shoot stuff, even if I'm not like keen on picking up a lot of motes, or I'm scared I'm going to lose them, or drag my team down, or anything like that, make it to where my ability to go shoot things in the face is still progressing. So it's like I'm actively helping. Everybody else can pick up the motes, but if I'm just running around shooting things, I'm making progress.
Can I ask why they felt the need for the orbs to only last like seconds?
Dude, I don't know. Now, I know last season you could grind.
Last season, yeah.
They lasted like forever.
Forever. Like, why are they disappearing? Like, I'm running around like a chicken with his head cut off. When I get that, I need the specific solar ones or whatever it is that I. And I'm just like, what is up with that? I didn't like that design choice.
And also, orbs do not drop in Gambit Prime. They drop it normal, but the orbs do not drop in Gambit Prime.
I didn't even notice that. Wow.
Yep. They weren't even in there. So that's a thing. But for me, it was just a way to make you be active in the playlist. Gambit was the big one. I mean, you can go kill Guardians and do it with certain weapons and things like that. There were things like patrols on one planet. I'm like, if you're going to make me do patrols, it'll just be anywhere. At least let me go do Dreaming City, Tangled Shore. Let me at least mix up the location. Because I know each class has its own, so I'm sure whenever I do Warlock, it's going to be Titan, and I'm just going to be like, yeah. But like 25 is too many.
25 is insane.
Because the two that I said, at least in my video of how to do the grind, the one where you shoot enemies in the face, it's the target. The other one is the compass, where you go pick it up, you drive to location and stand there. Those are my two, because I'll usually see if the killing one's there, pick up the compass, go drive to the next location, stand there. When that one's done, I'll see what my new patrol. So the triangle I have issues with. Okay. Mainly because if it's like, hey, go get, 10 drops from a Scion. What if there's only like 3 Scions that spawn like every 2 minutes? And you're like, dude, what the hell? You're just sitting there like waiting. You're like, and then since it's in a patrol space and you can't go do it in a lost sector, you're typically fighting someone else on that same task. So that's why I avoid those like the plague, because I'm like, I'm not gonna be stuck on this one. If I can just go drive, park, go back to orbit, come back down, reset it, and try it again. I'll either shoot things or I'll go drive and like observe the area. Like those are my two. Going to kill the bosses, you're gonna go so far buried into a lost sector, like the little star, the kind of high values. Don't do those. Yours, the collections where you have to pick them up, sometimes cool, but sometimes no. So yeah, 25 on one planet, too many. Like it could be 20 patrols on all. What if it was just like, patrols
in general?
For one, but what if it's like lost sectors, patrols or lost sectors, and you could at least mix some stuff. Like, give me a little more variety. Like they didn't touch lost sectors, which is probably okay. We've been forced into a lot of lost sectors. We've been forced to that with but I mean, giving you the either or option, that was kind of nice when they were like Gambit or Crucible for the green was nice for both. Now, some people will be like, hey, you need 75 Guardian kills. I had to kill them with arc weapons. And I was like, what do I use? I didn't really have a lot. I kind of
liked that part, though.
No, but it's like, and I was okay with like steering you a little bit because it like makes me be like, all right, what weapon do I want to use? Could use Waking Vigil. I ended up using like a scout rifle for part of that stuff. Thunderlord was in there, Wardcliff Coil. So some of that was just like naturally done. And I know not everybody loves the killing of Guardians, but at some point I was like, if you don't like Gambit, if you don't like Gambit, go play Crucible. If you don't like Crucible, go play Gambit. But if you don't like both, I'm sorry, you're screwed. You gotta play a little bit. So
exactly. I completely agree with you. I like the balance of the either or there. Yeah. But I agree. Like, just the patrols too excessive. The what you call the 100, just that broke me, bro. Like I sat there and I remember I had like 20 at one point, and literally all the rest of my blues are done, and I'm sitting there like dreading going into the EA. Oh my god! And then the other thing is, if someone kills it and you didn't touch that boss, you don't get the credit.
Oh no, that's why literally I'd be up high and be like, hey, is there something on the rooftop? Let me tag him with my pulse and then go work on this one. Like,
you can work on something else. Yep.
So the key was trying to get to I would try and at least tag as many bosses. Or just know it's like, okay, I'm melting this one, then seeing what's next. Like, if you had 2 people on one side, now I'm working the other, it's like I'm getting about half. So,
I agree.
Getting that work in. And Dano said it perfectly, though. That's the thing about this community. We all felt compelled to grind the living hell out of this in the first week, and it's not required. If you really just want one set, you could spread this thing out over 3 weeks.
True. But
but if you want all 3, it's gonna be rough. Like no matter what you do.
Let's keep it real, y'all. when we saw that sexy armor, that glow, you knew you were grinding. When they put a carrot that is so appealing in front of you, there was no way I wait. And then I just said to myself, it was like a homework assignment. Let me get my studying done. Let me get my homework done. We got to get it done.
Let me get my gambit matches. The biggest way is just to mix it up. Be like, I'll do a little EAZ, little gambit, little crucible, couple strikes. You got to mix it up, because if you just burn through like 10 gambit matches in a row, you're like,
oh, your soul is broken. Yeah, I just wanted that look. And the fact, to me, what made me really do it was 2.0 compatible, right? 2.0 compatible. I'm like, yes, let's go. You know what I'm saying?
So this is the other question that comes up from this. And Dado had a decent video just kind of diving into the Eververse, actually. The cost of the glow. Why am I out of focus? Sorry.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I was literally messaging internally.
Hello.
Focus. All right, he's back. Sort of. Yeah, he's back.
I think so.
Yeah,
All right.
Okay.
Sorry, guys. That's my hand. Yeah, E is blurry. He's back.
He's back.
So the thoughts on the price of the glow. So each color is either 5,000 bright dust or $8. So if you want all three glows, which one set of armor can have all three, it's $24 or 15,000 bright dust.
Shout out to Dado, who's got a fantastic. See it?
On this, I just said that, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I missed that. I didn't hear you say his name.
Oh, yeah. No, Dado has the video that literally breaks down this. But it's like 15,000 dust is a lot. Not even everybody's going to have that. Now, I'm not going to spin my bright dust because that's going to be valuable. So then I'm looking at $24 for glows. And I'm like, here's the question is, I've got one set done. Do I grind the other two? And if I do... then the value is at least I have 3 characters with 3 glows. It's getting more use out of it. Right. If I have one set of armor for one character and I spend $24 on that one set that you're waving your hand and you did.
Listen,
but it looks really cool. I'm sitting there looking at it, but I'm like, that was the other thing I mentioned in the video that I was like, if you don't get all 3, you're spending $24 on one set of armor. And if you what if you go get the raid armor and you take this thing off? There goes your $24.
Listen, I felt Victor. I was.
I'm looking at you over there, just like
I was weak, man. Like I saw that thing, and because here's the thing, I was like, at first I said, 20. That's too much money, right? I said, what I'm gonna do is once I get it, pick the subclass you're gonna rock. Because you know me, I'm out.
You're gonna be void all day long.
Of course, you already. So I'm like, you know what? Let me go with void. I haven't been run out because basically I was like, this is gonna be my PvE outfit. This is gonna be so I'm gonna pick a class, right? So I got the fly. So
you need solar for that.
Yeah, I got an amazing arc outfit that's very regal, very love it, right? And then I got, as far as my own soul, I got a very cool outfit, you know what I'm saying, whatever. But Void, I was like, my PvE game and Void ain't fashion game need to get up. So I was gonna do that. So I bought the $8 whatever, right? Then I saw someone in the tower with the solar complete set. And I said, man, it looks so much better. I was like, he was just glowing. I'm like,
he's literally on fire.
Bro. And I sat there, I'm like, well, then why am I just going to get 2? You might as well get the arc if you feel an arc. And then I got caught, and they took my 24, man. Listen, they know what to do. They know what to do. And I will say this: it is shouted down. It is excessive, and the fact that the bright dust and the silver do not correlate between all these different items is absolutely
they're not even close. Like a sparrow's 1,000. This is 1,500. This is 3,000. $8. 3, 2, 4, 6. Like, what the hell?
It's ridiculous. I will say this: as obscene this price was. It is cosmetic. We got the choice. It's going to Bungie. I'm not going to beat myself up too crazy for doing it, but it needs to be balanced. It is just it's just disproportionate. There's no rhyme or reason why these glows should be the way they are. You know what I'm saying? They kicked out on us. They knew they art team. They put together. You got it. This is great marketing. You got it. When
But
we
I was like,
saw
but
that,
part of this is too is like, hey, this is how the glows are the advertised picture that you gotta buy. There's no
yeah.
way to
Way
earn
to
it. Like,
earn. Yeah,
what
yeah,
if
you're right.
like, okay, you have to masterwork the entire arm and then you can get the glow on it?
Mm-hmm.
Not everybody's gonna be able to masterwork like run strikes with clanmates, one or two
Mm-hmm.
person the other. Give me a pain in the butt way to earn it, but give me some way to earn it. Is at least
But
some.
here's the thing, E. I
I
gotta, I gotta, I gotta play Mister. Let me put my corporate hat on.
I gotta make money.
We gotta make the money. They gotta make money, bro. We got to. Like, at the end of the day, we always say, "Hey, as long as it's not game breaking, as long as it doesn't give a competitive advantage, we have no problem." They're giving us something that's not game breaking, no competitive. We
Monthly
just want
word.
it, right? So it's the same thing. Like I bent the knee. I was like, "Look, man, this thing is so fire. It looks so amazing
Literally.
that." Literally, yeah, like I had to do it, man. I just had to listen. Shout out to Lynn Reeves. I'm with you guys. I bought all of them. I'm not ashamed, man. Listen, it goes to my favorite game, my favorite studio. I'm not
And
cheating the
that's
game. Let them live. They have earned this from me. And this is not forever. To me, this is the equivalent. You know what this is? This is the $10 Iron Lord salute that I bought.
yeah.
I knew damn well I was buying that. When I saw him put the thing down, boom, and I said, I'm Lord Cognito. I run Iron Lord's podcast. How could I not have the Iron Lord emote for $10? I had to do it. So they caught me. They know how to do it. It's good marketing. Should there be balance? I'm going to go corporate. I think I'm going to go on the side of not everything can be earned in game. They'll never make money because we will around. We're ridiculous. We're out here doing 100 mini bosses, 10. We're doing prestige. We're the guys that do this. They will never make money because our grind is insatiable. We're ridiculous. Let's be for us to do this in this shorter period of time. And there's some people that got 3 characters done.
Dude, the ones with all 3 in the sparrows, like, holy crap. That is nuts. So
That's
yeah,
nuts.
the 3 in that piece. The one thing said Fred did bring up, and this is kind of a perfect topic, was it's the best armor in the game.
Facts.
No, but like you go back and look at the other old raid armor with the glows from Crota that they did for that last like Rise of Iron like hoopla finish. That is some of the best looking armor I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And the raid armor currently, I mean, the new raid armor looks pretty cool. Like the Cronosaur actually looks all right with the designs, but they don't have the glows, the ornateness, the chromas. None of that stuff is in there. This is the only stuff that looks like that.
Yeah, no, you're right.
And I mean, Eco says all 3 done. Jeez.
Jesus, see?
Hats off to you, sir. God.
Bungie, Nico, shout out to you. You are Bungie as a studio cannot make money because of you. You're so good. You are so talented. You are such an amazing grinder. They know us. They got to put some stuff behind. Is it kind of, corporate? Yes. Were we weak? We damn sure we was weak. We did it. I did it. So you held firm? Did you not do it?
I haven't bought any yet because I just got my armor today, like last night, before I went to sleep.
But the question is,
will I?
Will you?
I don't know. I don't have to buy it right now. I got time to figure out if I'm
damn well you go buy it.
See, I guess this is the one thing that you said that actually do appreciate. If I do spend the $24, I know the vast majority of that actually goes straight to Bungie. So if I do feel like supporting Bungie, then I'm like, you know what? It may not even last me forever, but it's my way of just saying, hey guys, keep making the awesome game. Cool.
Bro,
and that's the piece of this change that makes some of those financial choices to be like, hey, do I really want to? Sure, it's for Bungie. It's like I got how many hours out of this game? Another $24. Cool.
Yeah, bro.
And that's some of those easy choices.
That again, this is my favorite game. This game has dominated my video game career. I've never played a game the way I play Destiny. It's the forever game. It's always something. So at this point, for a game to give me this much enjoyment, you know what, bro? Especially when you do a design like this. Like there's certain designs I already know throws money at screen. Cognito throws money at. There's gonna be certain. Let them make an Osiris set, the one that he had, throws money at screen. There's gonna be certain things I know. Let them bring back a trial skin, throws money at screen. They're gonna get me. There's certain things that
you would buy the trials mode, man.
Straight up. There's no shame in my game, bro.
You're like, Trials, this is available for separate purchase only. How much is it? Here you go. Take my wallet. Cool. Right in.
There it is. There it is, bro. That's all I got. I was weak, and I'm proud.
So shout out to Inoikos, dropping a bomb of knowledge here. Apparently, if you have all the majestic... Now, correct me if I'm wrong here, Inoikos. If you have all your sets at legendary status, then if you do a 200,000 Nightfall on one character, it counts for the other two.
Account wide. Wow.
So, like, yeah, if you are going to go hit your Masterworks, do them after you grind the armor. So...
Sounds good.
That's that's really, really good to know. Nice. Didn't actually know that one.
Little SGA, little super good advice being dropped on the last word.
What? Other little tidbits we've got, like Refer a Friend is going away, so if you haven't done it yet, shout out to you and I. We did finish that. So
shout out that I got my PC friend because of you. PC friend.
The 100 boss change I think is like perfect, but things like changing up Gambit, so you have to just make it to where you can't be passive. Don't make it to where you have to win 5 Gambit matches. People are just going to be mad. But make it to where you can be active. I mean, killing Guardians in Crucible, you know, you're going to probably have to play a little... Some people are like, oh, why do you guys have to play PvP? And I'm just kind of going, it's part of the game. Probably going to have to play a little bit. They made it low. I mean, it was 75. It could have been 50 kills. Yeah. Like, it could have been 50, a little lower, just to give you, like, hey, go play, like, I don't know, go play some matches. Go invade a little, just something.
Go invade. You don't want to do Crucible. Get your Gambit, get your invasion on.
And that would be the thing. Go do your Gambit stuff first. See if you get any invasions done. Then if you're done with your Gambit, you're like, okay, I need like 25 more kills. Okay, I'll go play a couple matches of Crucible. Like, you may not be that good, but eventually you will get some kills.
Get them, yeah.
Shout out to even my brother. You will still get some kills. I played with you enough. You get some kills.
Shout out to Stone. Shout out to Stone.
But yeah, so I think somehow
we got there, right?
Somehow in about 2 hours, but it's been longer. And next week is going to be
the mega time.
Oh my God, so much next week.
So much, man. I just want to. I'm just going to be monitoring your timeline, monitoring how you ingest information.
So I worked that morning, and I get out about 1:30. So I'm going to have to literally come home, watch the archive, and then probably make a thoughts video after that. But
so what's our official time for the armor? It's 10 a.m. Pacific?
Armor face explosion. Yeah, it's 10 a.m. Pacific on the 14th.
On the 14th.
So it's Wednesday the 14th, 10 a.m. Pacific.
All right, so me, it's 11, 12. Oh, I got to stay. I'm going to be staying up that day. For me, normally I go to staying up.
It's gonna be a big one, yeah. You'll have my an article to write, possibly, or something. So
yeah, I may have to have an article cooked up, ready to go. But yeah, this is big. This is gonna be game changing.
So I don't know if it's Monday or Tuesday that we're gonna get the Luke Smith deep dive into the mind of Bungie, and then Friday, special guest on the 16th. We got Mr. Paul Tassi of Forbes joining us. Cannot wait.
It's going to be great, man.
So,
it's going to be great.
It's just perfect timing. It's just going to be so much to talk about. Perfect time to have a third opinion in here, so it's not just you and I button heads or agreeing.
Absolutely. It's going to be interesting. I'm curious to see his perspectives on certain things, too, especially things that we've been in the middle war. And
I mean, his ask was on armor, too, because Deej said, it was like, hey, what do you want to see? It was like, armor. I'm like, me, armor. Paul Tassi was armor. They may have had a couple other things, but that was in like everybody's list. Everybody wants to understand like what is going to happen with my vault, the old guys, the new stuff, how it's going to work, how do I earn it. My curiosity is take like a destination armor. Like say Devrim's armor is armor 2.0. But what if the destination armor only has 5 energy slots max and you can't make it higher? What if the raid is like 10 energy slots, or like the in-game stuff is like higher level things? Like, again, no idea, but that would be kind of an interesting idea. It's like, or is the energy just going to be like slap masterwork cores in there and then you go from like, I don't know how it's going to work.
So many questions. This is I actually feel for them. I don't know how they go ahead. Thinking about we talked about raid stuff and, what happens to, remember when they made the change to Leviathan and they gave raid specific mods that you can add? What happens to that with Benedict, and do those go away? I'm very concerned about current existing raid armor. and how that translates and moves forward or not. Because Great Armor was always in this weird place where they tried to update it and give it a little bit of D1 sensibilities, but it never really truly got to where we wanted it. Remember, like, you know, how D1 used
we
to
have
be.
like opulent mods now, but like Scourge of the Past doesn't have anything different. You would get different mods that could drop, but nothing really. Basically, it was all the mods. So like, what is happening with mods, armor, that whole combination of things is.
And then I'm just sitting there like right now, like you always tease me because I have no resources. Like a lot of it is just because I am such a loadout magnet for specific things. Like right now I'm going crazy because I want machine gun reserves on my class item. So I can have a scavenger, 2 reserve perks. Like I have this for every type, like grenade launcher, linear fusion, shotgun.
I mean,
like that's how I
choir over here.
Okay, I didn't know if you get down like that because I'm ridiculous like that.
I mean, I don't masterwork every set, but I've got like grenade, sniper. I've got that's why I have so much crap in my vault is I have combinations. If I have enhanced this or that, like I had an enhanced sniper targeting with enhanced unflinching sniper rifle. I'm like, now let's go work on Revoker because I'm sniping like a crazy person now. So that's where my loadouts are full. I only have it's more armor than weapons. We'll say that
more armor than weapons. Yeah, the main thing too is also the death of the foolish perks. No more auto rifle reserves. No more. You know what I'm saying?
Well, like, auto rifles were decent, but I mean, seriously, like no
reserves though. We really running out of bullets.
I want sidearm scavenger, please.
Just we gotta get rid of some of these. So that I'm looking forward to.
Hip fire on these sniper rifles over
here. Just
sneak bow. Sneak bow up in here. I'm gonna be sneaky with my bow. Sneaky.
Oh, sneak. Oh, just foolishness, man. So it's just I cannot wait. Oh, shout out to Slade. Said, what happens with the powerful ingredients for doing like the flashpoint, for example? Do they get armor 2.0 in them or not? Dano, you don't want bow reserve? No, I do not want.
Must have bow reserves and bow scavenger, unflinching bow. Yeah. Any primary scavenger seems stupid because I never run out.
Thank you.
Yeah, like that's the whole thing, and that's why having a choice of like, hopefully I have other choices on my chest armor than basic primary. Primary scavenger's useless. Genesis on primary weapon. That's my malicious birthright has Genesis on it. I just said that earlier. I'm like,
yeah, that's awful. Hit fire grip on sniper. Shout out to Dakota. That's another one.
Oh,
man. Should do it like a whole column of horrible perks.
I was like, what are the worst perks you can get? This is like, oh, you guys want to see the god rolls? No, this is the facepalm rolls. That's going to be my new video series, facepalm rolls.
Yeah, man. So the only thing I've been doing right now, and then we got to wrap up, is I've been doing what you hate, which I've been masterworking a lot of my A++ weapons, man.
Oh, weapons I'm okay with. I'm okay with weapons.
Okay, yeah. I got certain ones, like I said, my blast furnace, my kindled orchid obviously came like that. I got a sick Zenobia with blast radius mod. My Irintel is just disgusting.
You masterworked a Zenobia rocket launcher?
Bro, it got auto loading holster, cluster bombs, and Zenobia has free intrinsic tracking because it's a hockey rocket.
Where are you using a rocket launcher?
All the time. Bro, rockets don't sleep. Don't sleep, bro. Rockets are the you know when rockets are good? Play Gambit Prime. Go holler at a Primeval envoy. I shoot from one across the map, done. I'm getting rid of the envoy so fast to bring up the big boy. It's ridiculous. Zenobia is my baby. Use Zenobia in again. You gave me the tip with Fang. Oh, masterwork by Fang. I got a god roll. That the roll I have is disgusting. We already talked about it, but that's another one. But yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now, Zenobia, cluster bomb, auto rifle, loading holster because it's a slow reload, and it already had intrinsic I'm telling you, man. Woo, that's a baby truth. Baby truth, a little weaker tracking.
Yeah,
but man,
well, truth is crazy tracking. So
that's all I
got. Well, let's see. I think that's pretty much all I got for this week as well. So hang out in chat, guys. I do want to raid somebody afterwards, so let's send you guys over to somebody else in the Destiny community. Something I haven't done. I was just like wrap this thing up, but I want to actually spread the love. So somebody in the world of Destiny. But yeah, next week's gonna be awesome. We got I said it multiple times. Luke Smith's article. We got the armor thing. We got Paul Tassi coming on. So stay tuned.
Boom.
Probably a slightly later start time. I think maybe by an hour. So stay tuned for that. We will be live. We will be chatting it up. We will be having an awesome time and probably talking for hashtag long point.
Yes, sir.
As long as we can keep Tassi around at least. I don't want to abuse his time.
Exactly. Out of respect.
But you guys have been awesome. Thank you guys. Chat has been just blowing up the entire day. So thank you guys. If you are new and followers, quick go for shout outs. We got the Reverend Plays, Surges First. We got Dean Jones, Megatron, Little Kuna, Dave Security, Makensho, probably saying that wrong. The Dude, Space Knight, 2 hours ago. My username is Steve. I love that.
I love that. That's I can do that like that.
And the resubs and the follows and all that. You guys have been awesome today. So thank you. Wanted to shout everybody out. Enjoy your grind, guys. Space it out. Don't no life it. If you are going to no life it, at least mix up what the hell you're doing. That's important.
Man. Multitask, guys.
Multitask for sure. So let's get the audio wrapped and let's go see who we can raid with all you guys and make somebody's day. So for episode 68, officially this week, not last week, since it didn't quite make it around. It's been awesome. Tell them where you're going to be, Cognito.
Yeah, man. Lord Cognito on Twitter and Iron Lords Podcast on YouTube. There will be no ILP this Sunday. The Lords will be at Play NYC convention. So kind of like little mini packs that is happening in New York City, my home state. So, yeah, we're going to do some coverage as much as we can. We want to support these guys. It's going to be really cool. So we'll try to get some coverage up on the channel, but we won't have ILP this Sunday. We will return the following Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we will have a special guest, most likely someone in the business, in the making of creation of games. I can't spoil it yet until we confirm officially, but yeah, it's gonna be fun, man. I cannot wait. Play New York City this week. Next Sunday's ILP, we will have a developer of hopefully a game that people are interested in. So we'll see what happens.
Very cool. And then for me, you guys know where to find me. Got a video up today, just my thoughts about the grind, which some of it was on here. Got one up about strikes yesterday, but you know where to find me on YouTube. Right here streaming when I'm playing on Twitch and then Twitter. It's Ebontis everywhere. If you guys haven't subbed and followed to Iron Lords Podcast, please do that. Hit that alert bell, sub, and then same for my channel as well.
Oh, well, real quick. Gotta do a quick plug. 2 giveaways, y'all. If you guys Borderlands, we're doing 2 concurrent giveaways right now. Borderlands 3, if you're interested, on PC, Xbox, please go to the Iron Lords Podcast Twitter account. We've got that app going right there, as well as Gears 5, if you want it on PC or Xbox. We have those 2 running concurrently. So we know September's rough on the pocket. You know, most of you guys have been playing Destiny, so now you got a little time on delay, so check that out. And again, last plug before we plug out is thank you guys so much for the retweets.
You cut out for the last plug, sorry,
for the last plug. I don't know why the mic's done, but please lordsofgaming.net. We really appreciate all the retweets you guys have been doing for the articles, the Destiny stuff especially. Really helps us out big time. So again, go to lordsofgaming.net, check us out. If you like an article, comment, whatever, do all that good stuff. Much appreciated. All right, I'm done plugging.
No, you're good. So that's it. You guys know where to find me as well. Ebontis everywhere. So keep being awesome. Enjoy your grind. Lots of exciting stuff next week. So come back next week, same time, 1 hour later, though. 1 week from today should be an awesome one. And that's about all we got. So for episode 68, August 9th, this has been The Last Word.